So it's a diet version.
It sucks.
Yeah, I've been told. We watch the same YouTubers, Peyton. So you and I know how Margaritaville's not all it's cracked up to be.
Well, I live by like 4 of them. So
Yeah, you do. One in the Keys, one in the I've watched.
Yeah.
What was his name? Technovision.
Eddie Burback and Technovision. Eddie Burback. Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, gentlemen. Just so you're aware, the Mozilla Firefox has completely decided to crap out on VTT Enhancement Suite, meaning I can no longer import things over to the game. So for today's session, at least until they come out with an update that fixes it, I'm going to have to manually roll stuff for the NPCs today. So all of the rolls I make are just going to be raw rolls, and we will see what happens.
Yeah. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, so my expectations are really high, Rook.
Thank you. You are playing a game, and I played some of their original games, like Divinity Original Sin 1, and I want to get into Divinity Original Sin 2 with you guys, but you guys are playing Baldur's Gate 3 now, and nothing's going to be even close to that good in Divinity. So, but Divinity's 4-player, so...
So is Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is 4-player multiplayer.
Oh, really? I haven't touched it yet. So if any of you guys want to do some co-op Baldur's Gate 3, that might actually get me to play it.
I'm super down.
I'm actually off tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. It's my first day off since my vacay.
I don't think I have tomorrow off.
Speaking of, Peyton, do you want to do Onward after this, streaming for the guys?
I have a fucking, what should we call it?
Bitch.
I have a, No. I have a,
no, I was saying you, but yeah, it's fine.
No, I'm trying to, fuck. I have a,
what?
No, I have a, what's it called? What's it called when it's like the finals match of something?
The finals or the semifinals.
Yeah. I just have. No, it hasn't.
It's the semifinals or the
playoffs.
The playoffs. Okay.
Yeah, I have. Right. Whatever. I couldn't remember the word. Yeah. I have a Valorant playoff that I'm in.
Oh, well, I really hope you do well, Peyton. Tell us how you do.
That's at 10, so.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. But yeah, for those of you in the friend group who aren't aware, Peyton and I have been doing a VR game called Onward. It's a very fun first-person shooter. We faced off like 32 enemies. It only took us like 4 or 5 times to beat them all. But it was very, very fun. It felt like we were playing ODST, which, boy, I hope we get to play sometime in the next week or two.
I love ODST. It's my favorite Halo game.
Dude, it's such a great, seriously. For all the people that love Reachbow, as many people love ODST. Anyway, gentlemen, we are ready to go. I think all of us are here. That's 6 of us. So,
it's been one hell of a night.
Let me pull up the...
So, other than what I missed in the last, for most of the session, because I saw Bo kick Vader's ass, what else did I miss?
Do you guys want to explain it, or is I should the DM? Should I do it?
I mean, you are the DM. That is your job.
All right, so thank you. Some people like when they get to explain. So, anywho, what you did miss as well is that the rest of the temple has been explored.
For most
Pandora
of the session,
has been taken off by
Bo
Burn.
kick Vader's ass. What
Are
else
you
did I
still
miss?
at the? Do you guys want to explain it, or is I should the DM? Should I do it?
I mean, you are the DM. That is your job.
All right, so that some people like when they get to explain. So anywho, and let it what you did miss as well, like we did with Bo's private episode, and then because Hyrule has been gone for a couple of days. Well, actually, not a couple of days, like probably a day. So Hiram, we're gonna handle it. But
I think I remember something earlier. I think Burn put me on a medical transport or something.
Yeah, you're on the medical transport to the facility, so you're at the facility.
You're at the facility with Candor. So Burn, you've returned to the dig site.
In max security, I might add.
Yes, but what does that entail?
That entails like 12 people with railguns pointed at your head constantly.
Okay. No, yes.
Candor. Like, you're sitting next to him.
I mean,
just in case you get uppity, but everyone's aimed at him.
I mean you coming back. And in addition, Hiram, if I recall, you also ordered E-Web turrets to be brought to the main site.
About 2 of them.
Okay.
One in the front, one in the rear. Well, the base is sort of set up where the back of the entire base camp is the entrance to the temple. So we're protecting the entrance to the temple.
Okay. So, as I understand it, there are 100 stormtroopers in front of the base, and those are the ones guarding it, and there is a security detail of different units of clones, the 91st and the 41st Elite, guarding the perimeter. And the only real thing of importance that you found after that, and the others guys can look at it, there are a couple of magic items that I won't belabor. You can explore those later with the guys, or we can do it during the session if it comes up organically. But Hiram got an emergency message from Saxon. He and his men were beset by Star Weirds, and Saxon retreated before the line cut. You don't know what's happened to him or his men.
Yet.
Yeah, that's happened right now. So we're going to jump right into that. We're going to have a little bit of introduction to that. Hiram, we're going to have you get back to the planet as the action is kicking up, if you don't mind my saying. MR1300 and Hiram are currently on the Cutlass. We're going to open with you, Hiram, leaving the station. Burn, that message is sent to him, and I assume, Hiram, you would let Burn know. So we can open with that.
Oh,
Burn
dude,
has
I'm
scouts.
so sorry. Or congratulations on being an uncle again. That's awesome.
Wait, what?
That's not
Wait,
I.
what?
Or Cod. Sorry, Cod. You guys
Yeah.
look the same.
Aw, that's adorable, Dylan. Congratulations on being an uncle. Don't screw it up this time.
I was already
Your
an uncle.
family really doesn't tell you shit.
No, they
I-
don't. Like, I know she's
That's
pregnant.
funny.
I walk in. I knew she's
Walks
pregnant. I walk in.
downstairs with
No,
a
I
child.
realize. Wait, there's another baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cot's sixth shot. Wait, I didn't mean that. Not like that. All right, anywho. Anywho, we're just going to start the session now. So, gentlemen, welcome.
Let's establish something before we
Yes.
start. Burn has clones who are scouts, like commando scouts, watching Saxon like hawks, so they'd report in.
Yes,
Anything
so
wrong?
that will happen, and we'll open with Hiram, and then we'll continue on with you guys, and you will have some time to prepare before, like what Hiram correctly hypothesized, we're going to have a little bit of tower defense, and we're going to have some fun with it. So, gentlemen, we're going to have a little bit of lore at the start, some conversation, chance for you guys to talk and get your ducks in a row in character, and then we're going to go full throttle. Because, Buckeye, do you have work tonight? Or work tomorrow? I assume you said, I think you said you did.
Yes.
Okay, so we're hard limit of 9:30. We've got 3 hours. Let's go! So, wrong. So, Hiram.
Yep.
You are currently on board the Cutlass. And if you'll give me a moment, I will... that clone is currently in the main facility being seen to by medical staff. Ice. So, Hiram,
Mhm.
you approach the Cutlass, and MR1300, you stowed away aboard the ship. Where are you right now? Not stowed away, but you accompanied him. Where are you right now on the Cutlass?
I'd probably see in my feed that he's heading back to the Cutlass. I'm guessing this is within the Nowhere station?
Nowhere Station is currently stationed above Shola, as he told one of his agents.
That is
so
correct.
Nowhere
That is
Station
correct.
is not available, just the Cutlass.
Well, Nowhere Station should be heading towards Duxon. That was my last order to them.
Yes, it is. It is right now, but it's not like you're not on Nowhere Station now. You're not docked there.
So anyways, I would have probably been able to pick him up on the outside view cameras. So I would be making my way to whatever entry point we would be using. I guess the loading ramp.
Yes.
So I'm making my way to there.
All right. Hiram, as you're approaching the loading ramp, you see MR1300 step forward, and you feel a cold tingle on the end of your spine as you look to your left, and you see a dark armored figure with a wide brimmed hat smile at you as he steps across the landing platform and sort of crosses his arms in front of you. Admiral Hiram Varsen, it is a pleasure to once again make your acquaintance, the fifth brother says.
Once again,
You've met the fifth brother on Coruscant when he collected the children from you.
yes, you. I walk past him.
He smiles and continues to walk past as well. He nods to you, MR-1300. Assassin.
I just nod silently and move on to the Admiral.
How you doing, MR?
So, how is it, Grand Admiral? I see the plate's not on your tunic yet. So, will it arrive by mail?
I walk into the Emperor's chambers and you give me a promotion. Thanks. But no, I haven't heard anything.
Shame.
We should be heading back. I had a distressing message that we should handle.
Alright, I'll put the gears into action.
Good. Let the bridge lieutenant know that we need to head out of here very quickly.
Yes, sir.
And, well, we can't really do anything for our friends except, wait. So, join me in the, our conference room. We'll just waste away until we get there. I have a plan.
Hiram, as you step up onto the ship and onto the bridge, you take a casual glance behind you. Just see here. You look behind you and the fifth brother is gone.
MR,
Yes.
if any Inquisitors on this ship, I want them in the brig.
Understood.
Admiral,
Yes.
I have detected the presence of an Inquisitor on board this ship. Shall I direct him to the brig, sir?
Yeah. Have him sitting there. You don't have to lock the cage. Just have him there.
Yes, Admiral. And you... Go ahead.
He's not welcome, but he's told to be here.
Yes, sir. And you watch as a section of the area is sealed off. You actually notice your meditation chamber is closed, the door locked. And MR-1300, you watch through the cameras as two stormtroopers walk up to the fifth brother. He bows his head respectfully. They gesture with their weapons, and he simply walks in front of them. And he walks himself to the brig without a single word passing between any of them.
I hate these guys. Lance,
Yes, Admiral.
can you search up Solba and see what he's been up to?
He takes a moment to calculate. Yes, sir. Pulling up the profile of Sulia Ab Hakan. And after a few moments, the profile appears. He has been on the homeworld of Honegger for the last 9 months. There are multiple video recordings of him still practicing with his lightsabers. In fact, there's even a classified recording you are granted access to of Lord Vader visiting him at one point on Honegger. You see that he is getting stronger. You see that he is doing well. And you notice that there is a quiet confidence in him that he did not have before. You remember he was a very conflicted individual. There was a lot of warring going on in his soul, and that seems to have been purged out of him.
Good. Send me the documents I need. and then send a request to have him return. I will meet with MR 1300 in our chambers.
You see Lance wordlessly answer the request, and the documentation is beamed to you, and you can begin working on that however you please. And you and MR 1300, we're going to have you meet in your chambers now, if that's all right with the two of my players.
Sounds good.
We're going to handle everything there is to handle aboard the Cutlass, and then we're going to handle Duxon.
So we're in the chambers right now.
Yes. After you lift off, after you enter hyperspace, remind me, it was 8 hours to get there? You have a Class 1
yes,
hyperdrive.
we have Class 0.5. It's half the time.
Class 5, so yes,
So
it
it's
is
8,
8 hours.
Yeah, instead of 16.
Very good. So, because it is 8 hours, you guys have all the time in the world. Let's not take forever, but I'm looking forward to this conversation greatly.
Lance, lock down Protocol Jenna.
Understood, Admiral. Enacting Protocol Jenna. I'll ensure that Vinzel even stays out of here with your drinks, sir. And the doors lock, and the security feed in this part of the ship, MR 1300, drops.
MR 1300, I predict that you are able to record conversations. I would, as your admiral, give you an order to not record this conversation.
I'll make sure that as little of the recording subroutines are on, but for memory purposes, I must keep some active.
Are you able to send and then purge said memory if you were to put it into something secure?
I can always create backups and purge stuff from whatever I do not see, and make it look like a regular maintenance moment.
I'm not entirely sure where I stand in the Empire, except for me being an admiral. I don't know where my rank is, but I trust you, MR 1300. A lot more than I think many would a droid.
I look down pensively.
I understand you have your orders. This has nothing to do with military research. This has everything to do with a man and his droid.
Keep going.
The records show that General Skywalker had a famous droid companion that did many great things for the Republic. A friend he mentioned in many of his reports. That is where I consider you. I don't wish to have you lose the personality that you've gained through your matrices, but I do plan on opening up to you about what I saw, what happened.
I'll let you know that my ears are always active.
The phrase is ears are always open, but yes, I hope that you hear what I say and don't kill me. But the Emperor and his, I would say, enforcer, Lord Vader, met with me. And the meeting was not the best, but it was interesting.
How so?
Well, I went there unarmed, knowing that it would be best for me to show myself in a theoretical way naked. Way for the Emperor to see that I am no threat no matter what I know. I will not disclose to you what I know about the Emperor, but what I will disclose is the Emperor is very powerful. How is he powerful? Unfortunately, you will never know. But I will tell you it's enough to control my movements and help me make the right decision to stand over his enforcer with only my wits and his enforcer looking up upon me with one arm.
Ooh. What credits I would have paid to see that.
What credits I would have paid to not be in that situation. However, something did come across my mind, something that I put in the back of my head. We will be going Jedi hunting. I caught that fly. Holy shit. Sorry.
Natural 20, Dick. Sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Sorry. We will be Jedi hunting, and the first place we will be going for Jedi hunting is all but confirmed. We will be heading to the illustrious planet of Alderaan.
Ooh.
I believe Lord Vader wishes to go to Tatooine himself.
What's special about Tatooine?
It's just a dry, dusty planet full of sand. But
I hate sand. They go in my joints all the time.
I bet
Hard to rub off.
I'll make sure you have an oil bath every time we visit a desert planet. But I stood there for a moment with all the power in the galaxy, and I hated it. I hated that responsibility.
I have right now. I have that, like, sort of empty nod that, yeah, sure, but I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. I'm afraid I do not know much about power. The only power I concern myself with is whether it is a good time to pull the trigger or it is not.
I smile curtly, and I turn to the middle of the table where there is a galaxy map, and I pull up the galaxy map and I hold up the overlay of Ice's video recording. That much power that I was holding for a brief moment allowed me to look at this map again in my mind's eye and know that each and every one of these blips of force sensitivity were lost to a darkness that I could not comprehend. Emra 1300, I have given you one order that far outlives my life and anyone else. That is the only order I wish for you to hold on to. Can you do it?
I cannot say if I can do it or cannot do it. I can only promise I will perform it to the best of my abilities, current and future.
Good. Jenna thinks she's one-upped you on controlling what you do in the future, but she's just looking out for her father. And I appreciate that of her, but everything that I am will only come to fruition because of her. She is the greatest thing that will ever happen to this galaxy. Hopefully.
I look forward to the developments of Jenna.
I also will let you know before I let the rest of the party know. I am formally and informally and to whatever god may hear me, asking for the help of an Inquisitor that we haven't seen in a while.
Silba, sir?
I think he is ready to return for a brief time for the Cutlass to handle these Star Weirds. I think that I played Dejarik pretty well, and my pawns are ready to move into place where I want them to.
I look forward to crushing the enemy's pawns.
And you will have that opportunity. And I take the jetpack off of my shoulder that I would have carried in, and I put it on the table. Put that on and see how it fits.
I grab it and adjust the straps according to my size and slip it on. I'd say it could use a hardpoint attachment, but as it is right now, it works fine.
You're not a battleship. You don't get hardpoint attachments, as I'm checking the datapad to see my status in the records, Rook.
Your own personal status as far as how well recorded you are, or your own status?
Status in terms of, like, rank, accolades, what's on there. Just kind of looking it over.
You are an admiral. However, you've seen a great variety of clearance codes before in your life. You've had to memorize many of them. Any officer that is worth his salt at an instant can recognize a clearance code and at least garner somewhat who might be sending it. An agent, a soldier, an admiral. Your clearance codes have been updated to a code you've never seen in your life. And you are still an admiral.
Well, I'm going to go rest, but go ahead and research a halo drop before we reach Duxon.
Understood, sir.
And MR1300, you are in charge of the bridge until I awake.
Yes, sir.
Hiram will go to his bunk, and he will pass the frick out because he is exhausted. BRB.
All right, gentlemen, with that, we are going to head back to Duxon.
Question real quick.
Answer real quick.
How long has it been since we since Hiram left?
It has been about 8 hours. At that point,
Oh, only 8 hours.
Beast-
Okay.
yeah, all the stuff you guys have been doing. You've been holding location, not really messing with anything. Burn has since left with Vistro and oh, hey, welcome back to the game, James. You can sit and listen for now. Yeah, the point is Burn has now arrived back at the base. So Burn, are you present and able to play?
So we're doing this from Burn's arrival at the base.
Yeah, Burn. You step off of the LAAT. The stormtroopers are just about to rotate their watch, and you receive notice from your squadron. Everybody else is kind of gathered around the landing zone as well. So all of you, unless you want this to be private, your comms can be heard by everybody.
Okay, who am I getting a notification from?
You're getting a notification from Zealot.
He's going to keep it to himself and Zealot.
Okay. So you see the comm line open up. Sir, we've got a situation here. Saxon is Fubar.
Explain what happened. Explain the series of events.
Saxon and the other members of Clan Saxon took the Countess and, the leader of Clan Ordo out to a battle circle. They decided to let them engage in fisticuffs. Didn't really hear what they were saying because of the distance we're at. But they decided to let them, looks like, participate in a Mandalorian battle circle, some sort of honor ritual between them. But at the end of it all, they were told to kneel and had guns placed against their heads. Then the air started vibrating, sir.
An explosion went off.
An explosion unlike anything I've ever seen, sir. There was vibration in the air as if it was on fire for a minute, like right above a hot flame. And then these horrifying creatures appeared out of nowhere. And even from where Rook and I were, we heard these horrifying screams. And I really don't know what was going on, but they started tearing through the Mandalorians. Most of the Saxonites were wasted, sir. I'm talking lightning screams of horror. I watched 2 of them get the life sucked right out of them. The creatures decimated Saxon. And the Countess and the leader of Clan Ordo escaped on their jetpacks, sir.
I hope Saxon at least placed tracers on them just in case.
Well, you might have been a little busy running away like a coward, sir. We lost Saxon about 2 miles east of the contact point. He had jetpacks, we didn't.
Give us a general area. What do these creatures look like?
I'll give you better than that, sir. Rook got one through his scope, and he uploads several images. These creatures are tall, emaciated. They're more than 6 feet. They are an incredibly horrifying sight, and he continues speaking to you over the headset. I won't play back the distant recording we got of their screams because it took all that Rook and I had not to panic when we heard them. It's some sort of mental asphyxiation, but thanks to our specialized training we were able to resist a little bit better than most. But problem is, sir, the Mandalorians were terrified, and they're professional soldiers. I don't know if you want to go messing with these things.
Well, if they're here on Duxon and they appeared... Fuck.
Well, that's the thing, sir. They're gone.
Shit. Run.
Like,
get your asses out of there now.
Sir, they disappeared into thin
hyperspace. Run.
Rook, the bikes! And you hear an explosion as the line cuts.
Okay, so...
Just
is
for doing all this.
immediately going to broadcast to all troops on the planet. Protocol Apocalypsis engaged.
Copy that. Activating Protocol Apocalyptus. Imperial Star Destroyer going on lockdown above the Mandalorian base. Any orders, sir?
Apocalypses are your orders. Prepare every armament we have.
Yes, sir. You hear Captain Fordo click in on the other line. Main base heading into Apocalyptus Protocol, locking down, sir. If we go into that protocol, we can't get reinforcements to you.
Allow any Imperial vessel through the blockade.
Yes,
We've got
sir.
Something that can blip through hyperspace.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Fordo cuts out. Yes, sir.
Your Jedi ever tell you about the demons?
I saw them once in my dreams. It was right after Bothaway. I don't want to... I
They're
can't.
here.
Understood.
Prepare the Cracker Protocol as well, just in case.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And Fordo
And
leaves the
he's
line.
going to message to... I'm guessing Ice is still at the base.
Temple?
Base,
Yeah.
the temple.
Yeah, everybody is there. It's Ice, Caught, you, and shit, I think that's it.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
it.
Ice.
Yep.
I need you to pull a copy of the data from that machine in the temple.
Copy that. Has something happened?
We may not be able to retrieve the temple very soon. I have a feeling that, due to several coincidences, we may be in extreme danger. I need you to pull that data and get a transport ready to get back here immediately.
Roger that. Are we calling back the rest of the troops as well?
I'm giving them the option. They can either return to base, or stay and attempt to guard the temple.
Would you like me to return to the base with the data or stay at the temple?
Return to the base of the data. We need that.
Copy that. I taken Cot.
Yes, keep him at your back at all times.
Roger that. He'll hang up the cons. Cot, come on. We gotta get the data.
Alright, Cot follows you.
I'll go down into the temple and get a copy of the data from the machine. If I have any fucking idea how to do that.
You're taking data out of the Galaxy Reader.
No, out of the
Yeah, what am I taking data out of?
cloning machine.
Cool.
Aha.
The cloning and life-sustaining machine.
There's no terminal to access that. It's just the machine.
He gets down there, looks around. Radios burn. There's nothing in here for that.
Oh, great. Okay. We'll figure something out. Get back
Burn, if
here
we can't
immediately.
retrieve the data,
Yes.
should we really be leaving this with this many guards?
Ice?
Is it really
They're
that bad?
here. It's that bad. Saxon's gone. All of it.
Roger that.
Hyperspace.
He'll hang up.
Demons. Those fucking things.
Can I make a
They're
check to
active.
see if I have any of knowledge of that? Brooke?
Yeah, I'll say as a clone trooper, due to the raucous nature of your very existence, I would say you are very aware of exactly what he's talking about.
Copy that. If that's the case, we should get everyone back to the base. Can I alert Cot to alert the Mandalorians to also come back to the base?
If they're still alive, I'll be contacting, what was that clan of red and gold again?
That was Clan Awad.
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 Yeah. I'll be contacting Awad. You get the rest.
Copy that. I'll hang up. Cot, get on the line with your buddies. I'll throw on my comms. We need to call the Mandalorians back to the base. Burns already working on Clan Awad, and we'll call back the rest of the troops as well.
I'll contact Clan Braylor and tell him to head to the base as well.
Understood. So, again, just so I have all my ducks in a row here, the fleet is pulling back over the base. The base is locking down. The Mandalorians and any troops that want to go are being sent back to the base. You and the Stormtroopers are locking this area down now.
Yes, but Vern requested that we head back to the base.
Yes.
That you two head back to the
troopers
base.
and clones already at the temple are being given the option: stay at the temple or come to the base.
So that means Cot and Ice, you guys are also being given that choice, if I recall.
Yes.
No, Vern asked us
Well,
to
no,
come back.
yeah, I did say you two come back to base. We need to make
Got
sure
it.
you two are safe.
Go back to base and stay there. Don't stay at Frieden Nad's lab.
Yeah, don't stay afraid of Nad's lab.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Once Burns got done with that, so he said clan. I have it in my notes now. Da-da-da-da-da. Ordo, you said?
Clan Awad. Or are you talking about Saxon?
No, I'm talking about, yeah, Gold Red Friend. There it is.
Gold
Awad.
Red Friend is Awad, yeah.
Nom. You
Yes,
there?
sir.
Get back. Get to this base immediately.
What's going on, sir?
Saxon's dead.
Dead.
Do you know what? God, I fucking hate this. Star Weirds.
Yes, sir. Old
Get
Wife's
here
Tale.
immediately. All of them. Get here.
You want us at that... Sir, we're several days out from your location. We'll be there as quick as we can, but...
We'll send a transport to intercept and get you here quicker.
Understood, sir. You hear the line cut as, now Nam is going to get his reinforcements ready.
Yep.
Alright, so... Ice and Burn and Cot, because you guys are the only ones on world right now. Here's how it's going to work.
Well, technically, Bistro's on world.
Yes, but
yeah.
Bistro's unconscious. So, actually, Bistro, I will allow you, since we do have an 8-hour time skip, I will say you recover enough to be conscious, full health points, whatever. Kandor's going to be out of the action for a while. Not that it ultimately matters. But The deal there is you're going to be awakened at the base with them. You guys are going to watch, I'll say, as the transports come in. Ice and Cot are going to stand with Bistro. Bistro, you're going to wake up. You're going to get basic medical treatment, and you're going to be revived at full stats. Everything's good. And
Okay,
you're
so basically, I take the effects of a long rest.
yes, you do.
Cool.
So
You were loud.
yeah, a little bit loud, but anywho,
Am I
you.
loud?
No, you're good. You're good. Don't turn yourself down. Everybody else should be able to edit you down. So you are all standing inside a chamber with Captain Fordo, and he is giving orders, making preparations. The base is in full lockdown. Burn, the clone troopers have requested to return to the base. Every single stormtrooper is not moving an inch. So all 100 stormtroopers of Hiram's Honor Guard that he left with you are currently on the main
Can I make a radio to Hiram? They're at the
absolutely.
temple, right?
Yeah, they're at the temple. The stormtroopers and Burn are at the temple.
Burn?
Bur-
Burn's at the
Everyone
base.
Everyone return to the.
None of you are at the temple.
No.
Yeah, but you said Burn was at the temple when I asked.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I was
None of you are
asking-
staying near Frida
It's
Nad.
fine, it's fine. Rook just got confused.
Okay,
It's
how
fine,
many
guys.
of us? Okay.
I expected some of you to stay there, you know?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Ice and I at the temple? Oh no.
No,
we-
you
okay,
guys
okay.
were heading back
no,
to the
Cot,
base.
you had Bistro. Took Bistro
Okay.
back.
Let's give the marching orders. Let
I
me
don't-
Burn,
all back
Burn ordered Ice
Everybody-
and Cot. Zip.
Here's the marching orders currently. 100 stormtroopers are at the temple. They've been given the artillery from the clone troopers. The clone troopers are to return to base with Cot and Ice. And then all the Mandalorians are returning to the base.
Yeah, that's what we had.
Okay. Any other questions?
I was just making sure with Rook that the stormtroopers.
Burn,
are at the
Ice, and
temple,
Cot
and
are
I
at
was
the base.
Cot,
Yes, the
Hiram-
stormtroopers, the 100 stormtroopers
Yeah.
have been given the field
Yes.
artillery and with their E-whip turrets and are holding the base.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Kamzeen Hiram.
You can't.
He's
can't?
in hyperspace.
Oh,
I'm in
great.
hyperspace,
Okay, then.
and
If you had
the comm buoys,
hyperspace comms,
the
but
comm buoys don't connect to the ship unless we're in orbit.
yeah,
Okay, that's
there's
what I
no
wanted to know.
real way
Alright,
to. You don't have like
Unless-
superliminal communication.
Unless Burn has a comms unit in the base that is package 1 or higher.
Burn.
Rook.
You and I never
It's-
particularly discussed that, but I'll say you could have at least
Hold
one.
on, question. This is for Rook.
This is 3 Venators.
Can the base contact anything outside of the sector?
Absolutely, the base itself has a massive comms array,
Okay,
so yeah,
then from the base you could contact me while we're in hyperspace.
yeah. This is a matter of range, not technology,
Cool.
right?
Then I will
No,
comms him from
both.
Got it. Yeah, it's 3 Venators smashed together into a factory. It's gonna have decent comms.
Okay. So I would pick up. I would wake up.
how much money we had too.
Yes. What do you want?
We've all
Hiram.
pulled back to the base. The stormtroopers are at the temple. Do you want us to order them back or leave them there?
If I were to guess that these are the hyperspace demons of the old Republic, then what is going to end up happening is they will congregate on the force-sensitive side of the planet, meaning those stormtroopers are already dead. You bought yourself some time leaving the temple. Those demons will go to any force-sensitive thing that is very powerful and easy to get to. I.e. why they never attacked Coruscant, because the Jedi Temple was there. But you should have bought yourself some time, enough for us to get to you. Maybe. It's a maybe. But these things are beyond my comprehension. But if I did the research correctly, all of our weapons should make contact. Very good contact.
Yes,
So-
the radiation signature does interfere with their biology.
I would say
guess.
hold your position as best you can. That's an order. I will explain after we are done with this. Burn,
Yes, Hiram.
imagine this place to be a fortress in the mountain. There is only one way in and one way out. You must hold this position until I arrive.
Knows the plan.
The order, your objective, survive. Hiram out.
Out.
As the line closes, Fordo leans into his helmet. Sir,
Fordo.
I've got a line from the stormtroopers, sir. They're asking for support. They're wondering when they're going to get extra firepower, sir.
Burn, I can tell them if you don't want to.
Offer the Mandalorians. If they want to defend that temple, they're allowed to.
Is Cot here listening to this?
Also,
Cotton,
are the
Voltron,
clan
and
leaders-
Beastar are in the room.
Are the clan
Okay.
leaders in the room?
I'll say Nambaroya is in the room with you.
So,
No
he's gonna
offense,
pull a
sir.
hologram of the planet and pinpoint the facility and the temple. So here's our current positions, and according to the scouts, he's going to pinpoint in a different color the third position where the troopers who got, well, the scouts who got fecked by Star Weirds are now.
So, let me get this straight. You see Baroya kind of leans back against the wall, scraping it with his Beskar armor. Those things are demons from another world. They like the Force. And from your intel, they're booking it right towards their temple.
Yes.
What do you think they're gonna-
battle's gonna be taken there?
What do you think they're going to do to it when they get there?
Cot, you were saying?
Yes. Cot will say, I'd rather the Mandalorians be here rather than a sacrificial on.
Yeah, it's not a sacrifice, it's their choice.
It's
But
my
Baroya to
choice to stay
answer-
hers here.
Yeah, so you can stay here as long as you want. But considering enough of those things have interdicted ships,
If they wish to fight, I will not stop them.
yes. But considering the Star Weirds, if enough of them gather on a single ship in hyperspace, they can be interdicted by them. I'd be willing to say they can probably do the opposite.
So,
To answer your question, that place is likely going to be gone in the next few hours.
far be it from me, for one, to question orders. Lord knows I'm not exactly a good soldier. But, sir, can you really afford to lose something like that?
I got as deep of a scan as the places I could.
Sir, that
Get here.
technology's thousands of years old, made by a man who's no longer walking this plane of existence. Sir, if you don't go there, if you don't stop these things where they are, that's gone forever.
Nom, have you ever seen a Star Weird?
Can't say I've had the displeasure that I have.
I managed to get my hands on some footage a long time ago. I keep combat footage of my crew as a bit of a hobby, just to make sure I can keep up with what they can do. I deleted that footage. Black market, thousands of credits a second. That one ripped apart an entire ship. I do not want to imagine what an army of them can do. The technology in there We've got scans, we've got perfect three-dimensional imaging of everything in there. BIP, hologram.
And BIP,
Yeah.
yeah.
BIP's gonna project a perfect hologram of the structure and all the stuff within it. We can lose a bit of software. We've got the hardware to replace it, and some old research can be recovered so long as at least a bit of it survives.
Sir, you see Fordo kind of straighten up. You and I both know that we've had to make hard calls, and we've known generals who've made those calls. 100 of your personal men?
Not my
Staff
personal
Sergeant.
men. I don't get to make the choice where they go. It's Hiram's, and he's not here to tell them to retreat. I'll forward it to him, but the likelihood is they're not going to get the order in time.
I doubt that they'd want to
Fordo,
retreat,
Comms
sir.
Officer 3, is he still connected to the Temple Guard base?
Yes, sir, he is.
Status.
Badala is once again requesting when they're going to get their fire support.
Badal, open up comms to Badal.
You hear the line open. Sir, I've been trying to reach you for some time. What's the status on our fire support? Air cover?
You're under orders from Hiram not to move from that position, correct?
Our orders are to hold this temple against all hostile forces until the last man falls, sir. It'd be a hell of a lot easier with you here, but that's your choice.
Answer the question.
My
I
orders are to
cannot
hold
move
this
you.
position, sir.
I cannot move you, correct?
Directly, sir, no. However, you are battlefield commander in the Admiral's absence, but my direct orders are to maintain this position and protect the artifact. I would be willing to hand over commissioning of the battlefield orders to you, sir, but this isn't a simple operation. This could change the galaxy.
Do you have a ship?
No, sir.
Something
You took-
to transport.
You took the last transport with you, sir.
I'll send you one transport, the fastest one we have. I want you to pull as much of the cloning machine that is in the is it north-south, the cloning machine?
It's in the southwestern sector.
The cloning machine in the temple. Is that to the south, in the southern part of the temple?
The actual cloning chamber, yes, is in the southwestern corner.
If it looks like a motherboard of some sort, I want you to scan and pull it.
Sir, the entire room is solid rock.
Scan the machine.
Sir, the room is solid rock. There are tubes coming out of the ceiling, and the actual devices are built into the stone. There's no machinery there, sir.
Fine then. We'll send you transport. Stay there and get as much artillery ready. You might encounter literal hell. But if that
Yes, sir.
transport gets there, you get on at any cost.
If I get court-martialed, sir, I'm filing a complaint against you.
I expect it. I think Hiram will trust me on this, but we lost our scouts to these things already. It took them seconds.
What's the trooper's name again? Badala?
Yes, he's the leader of the stormtroopers, has been since the start of the game.
Oh yeah, this.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm
hologram
saying
in the
it.
center of the room.
Badala, do you think you could send us footage, as much footage as you can of the interaction before, as things continue?
Sir, if we engage these creatures, we will indeed take footage, but I'm not engaging them if I can help it. At least
That's
not if my
the
orders
plan.
are to retreat.
That's the idea.
If the transports arrive, then you get on that transport, even if. But if a Starweird gets on one of those transports, I'm giving it orders to self-destruct.
Yes, sir, I'll pass that order on myself.
I have
Good luck.
Sense my fucking It's Order 66, but I feel like it's needed. May the Force be with you. And he's gonna cut the comm. I want you to send the fastest ship. Fastest transport we've got.
You see Fordo nod solemnly. Sir, are you sure about this?
The more men, especially ones as trained as them, the better. We can risk 1 or 2 ships. Prepare an evac vessel as well in the hangar. Shut the atriums and prepare everything.
Yes, sir.
I want grow lights on hydroponics so that we can take this to a long siege if we need to.
Yes, sir.
Send word to everything in our sector, and then send a word directly to the Imperial Bureau of Investigations, the Imperial everything. We've got Star Weirds on Duxon.
Yes, sir. See, Fordo is tapping into multiple data pads and just reserved into himself. He's in work mode right now.
Bistro, you're finally awake.
It seems that you've been busy since I've been asleep.
Yes.
Recovering?
Deals set, but those are up in the air now. I'll be sending those messages myself quite soon.
What is the exact situation?
Star Weirds. An army of them. Just wiped out Saxon.
Rook, am I familiar?
What do you mean, are you familiar? You were at the Mandalorian meeting. Oh, Star Weirds.
Star Weirds, not the Mandalorian.
Yes, you know very much.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming once that temple goes down, you and your other brother are gonna act like massive fucking beacons.
Probably something of the like. Although, they're probably more interested in that temple.
Yes.
They might tear it to shreds. Ancient history lost. Technologies that we could use.
Bip, pull up the scan again. Beep. And he's gonna give the perfect scan of the temple. We've at least got the full blueprint and layout. So we can at least work with that from there. Any data from the machines we can hopefully recover with the use of the Dominion and the Inquisition together. But that's up in the air. I need to know, what are we going to deal with? Do you know? Has this ever been recorded before? Star Weirds on a planet.
Star Weirds as in how many exactly?
Enough to, in a few minutes, wipe out an entire clan of Mandalorians.
Rook? Could I make some sort of lore check or something?
Sure, make a lore check. And I'll make it with disadvantage, considering this is very ancient knowledge.
Let me roll my D18.
Alright, go ahead and roll that.
That is... God damn it. It's nature. A 2.
You don't seem to recall anything of the sort. You simply recall basic information about the Star Weirds.
Nothing comes to mind of an attack on this magnitude.
Of course.
What caused them to all suddenly appear like this? It couldn't have been the galaxy ping, could it?
Motherfucker, we used it 3 times.
Channeling the Force through blood?
Did you feel anything? Besides the throbbing pain in your arm.
Well, it was a little hard to focus. Can I make some sort of force check, bro?
Force check about how you felt like it's sensing a disturbance in the force.
Yeah, during that event.
You go ahead and just roll your force attack modifier, d20 plus your force attack modifier. I think I did this last campaign as well.
Advanced roller. Negative. Fuck. 13.
So you recall the fact that as you were putting your arm into the machine, you felt at once more alive and more close to death than you've ever felt in your life, as your force energy and your midichlorians were poured into that machine. You had a special connection in that moment with the galaxy at large, and you felt the eddies of darkness and light. You felt all of the force glowing, and in the ripples and cracks between the living force, you heard the distant echoes of screams. And you know that something's coming.
During the ritual, I felt as though screams were calling out to me through the force, as well as several other sensations. A sort of forewarning. That
Do you think you can call up your Inquisition buddies?
my Inquisition buddies?
Call up any other members of the Inquisition. Ask them anything. Rest of Saber Squad? We're going to medical. We're going to have a bit of a talk with someone. Fordo, tell medical to get a stimulant ready to kick the captain's ass up.
You see Fordo nod. I'll be sure to mix it with some tranquilizer to make sure that he can't easily move, sir.
Mix it with something that can neutralize the force. Oh wait, we don't have that! As he leaves the room. And then he's gonna ping. Unless we actually do. In which case I'm impressed and you'll be getting a raise for preparedness. And then cuts the line.
Can I... is there any way that I can do some sort of research?
On what?
I don't know, the fucking... the HoloNet, that's how.
I don't know,
Yeah, be a little bit...
He can do anything.
Yeah, later... Could I research porn? You gotta tell me something.
On the Star Wars, specifically.
Yes, thank you.
God damn it, give him a tag.
No, I'm just, like, thinking.
He's gonna be like Starward. First thing that pops up, Starward porn. Okay,
Ah.
then.
I bet you somebody's made that.
Let's
Raised it
not.
last.
All right, we'll research it.
So, you are going to attempt to use your security clearance to look up any information about Star Weirds as you head on down towards Kandor's cell, which he's in. He's in a quarantine cell, I assume. So,
Quarantine with guards surrounding it.
yes, and I assume they all have railguns.
Railguns and radiation. Like turrets mounted.
So, you head on down. Bistro, go ahead and roll your D18 and then make me whatever check you get.
Alright, let's see. An 8, that's not bad, right? That's lore. Alright. And I have Grand Mastery in lore, which means I get the advantage. 20.
I was wondering if you would get that.
Oh no.
So, you are able to access a boatload of information. In fact, you begin to look into the information as you're heading into the medical bay. If you'll give me a moment, I need to change this. You begin to look through the information, and your comms lights up with a restricted number.
I'm going to answer it cautiously.
You have 15 seconds to tell me why exactly you're looking through my personal files that are highly restricted above your clearance level, Inquisitor, or I'm going to inform your Admiral that you are operating well outside your capacity.
There's a Starweight attack going on Duxon.
There's a Starweight attack going on Duxon?
Yes.
Where? When? Why? Tell me everything!
I'm going to attempt to basically summarize the the machine calling over the Star Weirds.
Fascinating. And let's say you get to the end of your little summary. Where is this machine now? Is it being secured?
Well, that's the reason we were doing research. Whether the security was a death sentence to everyone on board the ship.
Wait, say that again. I didn't quite get that.
I'll say, do we notice Bistro freak out a little bit?
The security of this temple, well, with this many Starweights could result in all of our deaths. It's going to be basically where they move to, the source of their calling.
Third sister, are you exactly aware of what the Star Weirds do? Are you aware of what attracts them?
More or less.
Then you understand why they are heading to the temple.
Yes. It's a grave matter.
Bistro, those things, from what I've detected, consume the Force.
Yes.
How many men did you leave there?
Give me 1 second.
The line, by the way, is end-to-end encrypted. Nobody knows you're talking to anybody in the base. Like, you know. So Burn, no, you do not know that Bistro's on the line with somebody.
Is Burn how far away is Burn?
You'd be right next to Burn.
Yeah, exactly. It's end-to-end encrypted.
Are we all just standing?
How many troopers are currently guarding the temple?
You're on the line with someone, aren't you?
Not necessarily. It's just a question.
Bistro, cut the bullshit. Who's on
Burn.
the other side?
Bistro doesn't have a helmet, so we're just literally looking at you talking.
Ben, I need to know now.
100 of our troopers. And the Cutlass.
100 of your troopers! And Bistro, you hear the thing like you're in your earpiece. That is absolutely unacceptable.
Patch me through to you.
The line instantly patches.
Who is...
Gunnery Sergeant, I order you and your men to send as many troopers as can be found to that station immediately.
Again, who is this? Can you tell?
You've never heard this voice before in your life.
Did I recognize it? You didn't tell me.
No, you don't recognize it either. So,
Alright.
Bird, go ahead
I
and
need
say what you were
know
going to
who
say.
This is so that I know how high of a clearance this is. I need to know if you outrank my admiral.
I am on a match with your Admiral as far as rank is concerned. Admiral Versen can inform you of my identity as soon as he arrives on planet, but he is currently en route from Coruscant. I am ordering you with all of the authority invested in my position as a member of the Imperial Security Bureau to get down to that station right now and hold it at all costs!
He's gonna ping up to the... How many Star Destroyers are above the planet? Just one?
You have one Star Destroyer with 4 Architens-class assault cruisers.
Architens, Star Destroyer. Move your position. We've got a nuclear arsenal. We'll be fine. Protect
Commander?
that temple.
you hear the admiral, the captain who's in charge of that fleet. Sir, you want us to prepare nuclear firearms for the temple?
No, we have a nuclear fire. We need you to make sure that temple doesn't fall. If you can land as many troops there as possible. How many do you have on standby?
An Imperial Star Destroyer, if I recall. This is a Class 1 Star Destroyer, so I think it carries 8,000 stormtroopers.
All right.
An Imperial Class 1 Star Destroyer carries, in Legends, we are going off of 9,700 stormtroopers.
Oh my goodness.
Deploy 90% of your force to the planet.
Yes, sir. You sure about this, sir? Well, you're the one who enacted the protocol. I won't question it, sir. I'll give you a update as soon as...
the planet-side protocol. You're free to do, but I need you there.
Yes, sir.
Side now.
Heading my forces over there and deploying it.
For whoever else is on my line. Now, just to give extra insurance, sir. And he's talking now. He's going to cut the line to the cruiser and return to whoever the fuck is on the other line. Now, I need to know, just out of curiosity, we've got the first brother, I think you called him.
I was talking about the third sister, but she was the one attempting to access this line. Madam Bistro, are you still on this frequency?
Yes, I'm still on this frequency.
Good. Don't ever go poking through my files again without proper clearance.
I wasn't aware these were your files.
Well, everything in the Empire is my files, but that's besides the point. Tell Nexu that the Rancor bites. And the line ends.
I was going to ask if we could have a beacon or bait.
Who was that?
Poke those lines again. Poke them again.
You want me to poke? You want me to poke the line?
Get him back.
I'm just gonna be.
I could poke it.
It's like calling somebody recently called.
Am I the?
You attempt to access the same files, and the codes have been changed.
No, I'm gonna attempt. It's basically I'm gonna attempt to recently call him. She's like, hey,
Nothing. If you don't get a response, you don't get jack.
Please leave a message at the beep.
I'm sorry.
We could
we're not
try
available
accessing different classified files and maybe get them back.
Yes, you do that. Bistro, you and me are going in here, and he's going to open the door to the massive clean room with mounted turrets. Ice, you attempt to access files to get him back on the line and ask him how the hell we can make a beacon for these things using a Force user.
I was mostly joking, but alright. Ice goes to the terminal and starts fucking around.
So, now, let's have the interrogation we've been so wanting.
I would go with you.
Oh, yeah, you're coming in. You're the big motherfucker. You're going to stand behind him before we wake him up. All right.
So, just again, for DM clarification, you injected him with this...
We're going to be injecting him right now.
Okay, before he wakes up.
Cocktail has, like, as I said, if Fordo somehow reasoned out, hey, we might need, like, Force-sensitive suppressants, then he's getting a raise. So if he thought about that, he's getting a raise. Congrats for him. If not, well, I don't think he's deflecting multiple railgun shots at point blank. Wakey, wakey.
You do realize the more inebriated we are, the more difficult it is for one of us to remain consciously separate from the other, Gunnery Sergeant.
Good. Because I have questions that I need both of you to answer.
I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have for us, soldier. Just try not to rouse me. I was rather enjoying my sleep.
We've got an army of Star Weirds on the planet. What do you
Fun.
know about the weapon?
Fun.
I'm going to call it. That device is less of a locator now and more of a beacon for hell.
Frida Nad was a madman. And I'm not sure what devices or designs he had in mind when he created such a device. But if I were to say, I'd say that correlation does not equal causation, Bernie. It is simply coincidence that whatever's calling the Star Weirds forward happens to be hyperfixated on Daxon. Your little beacon could be felt throughout the Force. I'm sure the Third Sister felt it when we reached inside. I felt it, we felt it. And that means all Force sensitives felt it. And that means that all those who are aware of the Force, aware of what we did, and the Star Weirds are animalistic, vile, bestial. They seek the Force, and they'll head there to wipe it out, no matter what it is.
Secondly, we have orders from someone higher up than all of us present to keep that temple safe. Do you know how to create a Force beacon just like that, Temple? Upgrade your presence in the Force.
You're asking for replication. You wish to know what...
I'm asking, how do I make bait?
I don't like cheese, Bernie. And I don't figure on giving myself up for the greater good. That is not my ultimate purpose.
Captain, you're in his head. Tell me, what popped up? If it's will save, I'm going to give him Defiant to try and rip that fucking information out.
You see him struggle. You see him struggle for just a moment. It's not a will save because you have tranquilized him. You have, again, you've inebriated him, and historically,
both of them,
lore-wise, yeah. The lines between their consciousnesses, again, remember, the only thing keeping Galvin in line.
Burns intelligent enough to realize, oh hey, their minds have merged a bit.
Yeah, literally, like I think I've given that idea enough. So the point is no will save because the only thing keeping Galvin in line was Malbus's extreme discipline, and that's gone. They're both drunk as fuck. So, as they are both one in this moment, so you see the body wrenching back and forth, the eyes flashing between the steely black and the yellow of both Candors. He sees an empire where he stands against the brink, brings back the glory of the ancient Sith, and yet not all is devastation, destruction. He shows mercy and benevolence to those who bow, and he shows great power to those who resist, but he is not as Palpatine would be. But it is a dream, a malice, a forethought of his, and not yet fully realized. He does not. You see the eyes open and Galvin's eyes fade and Malbus's snap into focus for a moment. He doesn't know what he wants.
Bistro,
Yes?
what do you get from this?
It's a lot.
Flush his system, put him back under. And then strap him down to his bed and prepare to use him as an outer defense.
You know, I say we never go drinking with the captain.
I think that's been well established. Todd, bonk.
Yes. Got it.
Are you gonna knock him unconscious?
Burn, do it.
I need to find the bonk noise.
The bonk sound effect.
There you go.
All right. So you, the captain / Sith Lord is out like a light. You guys now have
Essentially a shield strapped to a table. We've got bait. We're going to be using him as bait. I hope you realize this now.
Oh, absolutely, but he's unconscious and tranquilized. The force is not flowing through him right now.
The force is flowing through anyone sleeping. What are you talking about?
Yes, but I mean he can't harness his power.
Yeah. But
so
we're
anywho,
going to potentially, if we see a massive group of Star Weirds, put them on a ship with enough stimulants to fuck up a crate dragon and go.
All right.
I think that might be good enough.
You want to drug a bunch of space demons.
Basically. Wait,
Sounds about right.
if we get
Good
him
luck.
high on shit and then the Star Weirds eat him, will the Star Weirds be high?
I was gonna eat the Sith until I got high. So
Are they coming back to where I am?
Spikes my Sith. I'm not feeling too good.
Oh my goodness.
Spiked my Sith.
Man, somebody spiked. That was good. That was good. All right. So I will say that after you drug him, the amount of time it's taken you to organize everything, troopers on the ground, at this time, the Cutlass drops out of hyperspace.
Alright,
Burn,
getting a
Burn,
notification.
Burn, you've kept in contact with the troopers and with the Star Destroyer. No contact yet. However, they are holding fast. The stormtroopers have been deployed. The Star Destroyers carry walkers. At this point in the war, it's still ATTE and ATPT walkers, not the new stuff. However, they do have walker support on the planet.
We did find out that there are AT-ATs.
The AT-ATs exist, but they're not like standard Imperial military across the board yet. That won't be for a while. You guys can acquire them, sure, but I'm talking like a fleet that's deployed. It's still going to have... Yeah. So, anywho.
This is an Imperial-backed private...
Yeah, you're not going to get top tier, but ATTEs are still awesome, and ATPTs are great anyway. You know, heavy artillery and walkers. So they've deployed those to the base, and they will hold at all costs. And you get constant updates from Badala, and you also get a very small private message from Badala. And you see that due to the increased amount of trooper activity, the stormtroopers themselves have kind of been, left to their own devices. You see a snippet of the stormtroopers, but the screenshot caption says all of them have done this. You see that all of them have taken their E11 rifles and carved 6132 into the barrels. And they said, even if you're not gonna, and the caption of the message is, we all put this on our guns so that we can imagine we're shooting you instead of the Star Weirds for not giving us fire support soon enough.
Looks like it arrived soon enough, though.
Yes, sir, it did. We didn't expect the walkers or the stormtroopers, but we greatly appreciate it. Permission next simulation to go up against you, sir, personally. The gentlemen want to see exactly how long we'd last.
Be fun.
Interesting.
That would be awesome. That would be really fun.
I think the entire squad wants to go up against y'all.
You hear Badala say, No, sir. Just you. You're the one that ordered us to stay in this nightmare scenario.
Hey,
No, no.
we're all-
We insist.
And plus, how do you like to go fishing for Star Weirds?
I gotta say, sir, fishing's never been my... Sir, the air's vibrating. And the line cuts. The line cuts with static.
All right, get the captain on that transport. Get the stimulants in him. We want him to light
right.
up like a fucking Christmas tree. Saber Squad, stay here. Check if the Cutlass is in orbit yet.
MR 1300, would you join me in the port side hangar bay?
On my way.
Did you see the ATP?
ATAP. Yeah, the
We
ATAP,
get one
sorry.
of those? Yes!
No, the garrison fleet has dozens, dude. Oh, the base has them, yes!
Yes! No! Yes!
Yes, dude, the
Okay,
garrison fleet has those.
ATP. The
Yes!
ATP.
The
is a
massive
sniper
heavy artillery
tripod.
walkers.
It's a sniper tripod. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I love them too. That's why your garrison base and the Star Destroyers are absolutely loaded with them. They're lousy. They're lousy with ATAPs. They're amazing artillery platforms that got like one scene in episode 3. So anywho,
It has 2 main driver cannons.
And they're
Yes.
mass
Ooh.
drivers. They're not
Irons.
regular drivers. They're
Yes.
mass.
so anyway,
Hiram's
Let
going
me
to
introduce you to my little
Anyways.
friend.
Hiram's calling every single stormtrooper and TIE pilot to the hangar bay to observe.
you ordered 100 stormtroopers to the main hangar bay of the to the base on the Cutlass. That's your personal contingent of stormtroopers. Did you say that any of the other? Well, how many more stormtroopers are on the Cutlass? You kept a count of how many stormtroopers are on there. You sent 100 to the base. How many are to the temple? How many are here?
Hold on, give me a second.
And if I recall, you only have 10 TIE fighters. But again, it's still 10 of them.
No, we have 10 TIE fighters and 10 TIE bombers on the Cutlass.
That's right.
But Nowhere Station is here, by the way. They would have arrived before us.
Okay.
But
So-
we have. I didn't write it down, but we have well over 500 stormtroopers.
On the Cutlass, good.
Yes,
Because that's right. You got a crew quarters upgrade, if I recall.
we have 4. I believe.
Yeah, you have a massive amount of crew space, so you could pack a whole city into that ship. So, anywho, you and all of your troopers, Hiram, you get a call on your private pack line.
Go ahead.
Admiral, I was in the middle of my investigation on Shola when I was rudely aroused from my slumber and was told that the Nowhere Station had been ordered back to Duxon. I assume you have good reason for kind of rescinding the orders I was given to investigate the Shola situation.
Hiram is in a full body TIE pilot uniform. No cape, as he gets his helmet ready. Yes, it seems as though the Star Weird situation has come to me.
You're talking about all that stuff that Rancor decided to throw a fit over.
Rancor hasn't steered us wrong since the second Battle of Geonosis, so I trust that he had a good reason to make it a priority. They're here.
Yeah. I informed your lady friend that I was going to be on board the station and we were going to handle this situation together. Now, I don't think you're going to like jumping from that ship and all that fancy getup, do you?
Why, Rancor? And I stick the helmet on.
Reek.
Oh, is it Reek? Yes, that's right.
This is Reek. Sorry,
yes.
yeah, I rewatched the video just to get who's who in my head.
Well, Reek, as I place the helmet on and I watch as all the stormtroopers and everybody gets into place as I stand on the edge of the entrance to the hangar in Stratosphere. Reek, you don't know me then. As I slowly just look at everybody else and I just fall backwards out of the hangar.
All right. So hang on. All right, cut that. So, Hiram, you watch as you see, you hear Reek chuckle over the mic as you step up to the edge of the platform.
I'm just curious what everybody else is thinking.
I'm standing outside the hangar bay myself, slipping into one of these fancy suits. If you burn up on re-entry, why don't you just go ahead and give a little holler so that I don't waste my life like you're wasting yours in a Halo drop?
Well, we're already in atmosphere. We're just below a couple of layers. Lance, go ahead and contact my data pad so I have altitude.
Understood, Admiral. I'll even give you an entry point, and I'll tell you when to pop your chute.
Sounds good.
Hiram, you take a 360-degree view of your drop. MR-1300, are you dropping with him?
Yes, sir.
MR-1300, you step forward and simply lean forward out of the ship. And as you also begin to plummet...
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stop you right there. MR-1300 looks down, thinks about it for a moment, goes back a solid 5 meters, and then runs forward, does a backflip. Kawabunga!
Nice.
You drop out of the hangar bay, and you both look back over your helmet cams and watch as the Cutlass lights up with Sentinel-class transports and TIE fighters, as the entire Cutlass armament comes online. Squadron 1 online. Squadron 2 online. Transport Squadron online. The light is green.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I call a Halo drop. Stormtroopers, prep yourself.
Sir! Yes, sir! As dozens of stormtroopers in heavy power armor blast past you into the atmosphere.
All right, here
Sir,
we go.
We're getting readings here!
I know. Get ready to drop. We're about to sit in. Everybody get
yes,
ready?
Yes, sir! Ready! Ready! Ready!
Burn, can you hear me?
I just saw Nowhere Station fucking light up in our atmosphere. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm about
we
to
need
be
the temple secured immediately.
Of course.
It just came under attack.
All right. Squads 2 and 3 head to the
Care
temple.
about this. Don't care
Understood,
about the
sir.
facility. Captain, head to that temple.
Sounds
One
good.
random motherfucker, did he say Rancor or something? Did he say his name?
Rancor. Yes.
No, did Rancor say...
You found out it was Rancor when you were talking to Bistro. He said the Rancor bites.
Someone named Rancor really got at me for that temple.
Yeah, sounds about right. Go ahead and mobilize as much as you can towards me. Let me show you how it's done. And
already done. We have 8,200 something troops there, along with the Cutlass troops.
We're about 100 feet up. I'm going to activate Glide. And I'm going to literally just float to the ground wherever you have me land.
Also,
Understood.
I hope you don't mind that I'm going to use the captain as a beacon with enough stimulants in him.
Sounds good to me. At this point, I just bodied the Emperor's Enforcer. I'll tell you more about it once we get done with this.
Can we all hear this?
What?
Can we all hear
this? This is over Saber Squad's comms.
All right, gentlemen.
Burn is just gonna look at ice, just snap.
All right, gentlemen. Now, as the drop begins, you've done your job of setting this all up. Now let me do my job of narration. Hiram, you and MR-1300 drop into atmosphere right above the temple. And you look down below. Go for it. You look down below at the temple and you see the flash of blaster bolts. You see the explosion of heavy ordnance as you watch a veritable army engage with dozens of Star Weirds. You see them shooting bolts of lightning through entire squadrons of men. You watch as they lift stormtroopers into the air and crush them back into the earth. And immediately, the counter battery of heavy field artillery and a Republic walkers lights up the ground where the Star Weirds are standing. In the recesses of your skull, you hear their screams echoing as they are turned to ash. And you watch as your men engage the enemy. You hear over your comms, Fighter Squadron 3, we're tracking the transport with the bait now. That transport is currently under attack, moving in to engage.
Get that transport as close to my drop as you can. MR1300, drop with me.
Get that bait smelling real good for him. Draw away as many as possible.
Sounds good to me. And
Hiram.
Saber Squad.
Where can I drop
up.
anywhere?
You may drop anywhere on the field that you choose.
All right.
Hiram, allow me to update the field as you drop. You have 30 seconds until you hit. I am going to show you casualty listings as they come up.
Okay.
You watch as dozens of stormtroopers begin to fire onto these Star Weirds and start cutting them down, while the Star Weirds cast a veritable amount of fire. However, I need both you and MR1300 to make dexterity saves.
Okay. I'm going to give myself +7, but I will roll that dex save for you. 30.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on,
MR1300.
it's on its way.
Do you think you made the save?
This is a dexterity
I
saving
don't
throw
know.
against an attack. This is an area attack.
Does not matter for me.
Alright.
I'll re-roll that 24.
Sure.
I'm re-rolling
Alright.
that 29. Okay, 30.
Both of you succeeded. You watch as the entire area is blanketed in artillery fire. All of it strikes where the Star Weirds are standing, and you watch as they shriek and die. Hiram, I'm going to say due to your successful saving throw, and due to how well it was, you take 27 points of kinetic damage from shrapnel and explosive force.
You said 27?
27. You watch as stormtroopers fly up. The artillery strike literally called in on their position.
Okay.
As you land in utter chaos.
Gotcha. Let me place myself. Mr. 1300, if you will land in a spot that is good for you.
You said to land to jump with you, and so I'll just assume that meant escort duty and
Sounds
plop
good.
myself right next to you.
Sounds good.
So as both of you land amidst these stormtroopers, this was meant to be squads of 10. So I'm going to make them smaller because they've lost some troopers. They are shell-shocked and they are hit. Hiram, you've noticed that the field is clear. These stormtroopers, I'm going to say for the time, are incapacitated due to the combat they've been in and due to the artillery strike. But as you and MR1300, I'm not going to insult you by asking you what your passive perception is. It's high enough to detect this. You both land, recover yourselves, and turn around to get a bearing on your men as you watch the air vibrate at this location. And you watch a tear in hyperspace open as a singular Star Weird steps through. Gentlemen, I need you to roll initiative.
MR1300, get behind me, and I'm going to activate my lightsaber.
Excuse me, I recognize that fucking token. That
I've got a bad feeling about this.
that's fucking her.
That's, don't worry, it's a token art that I enjoy. It's not the queen.
I'll say, if you brought the fucking queen, I'm a fucking losing it.
I can critical anal assist both MR1300 and myself.
It's a 7.
Good job,
Easy.
MR1300.
All right.
I ignite it, and I take form 3, Even though I don't have the Force super strong in me, hopefully this thing sees me as the clear threat.
It can sense the Force.
Well, then it knows that I'm kind of Force insensitive.
All right, so, gentlemen. MR1300, this thing appears, and you have your turn.
Nice. I move back a bit further. And I shoot the bug. I know it's not a bug. I'm calling it a bug because...
That's fine by me.
Guess what you have? Because you have my critical analyst. Advantage.
Oh.
Reroll with advantage. Advantage is automatic sneak attack, right?
He crits. Natural 20.
All right.
Holy shit.
And that's with sneak attack because...
Advantage gives me, I believe, because it has an attacked automatic crit. It doesn't matter right now because that's a crit.
This is the crit value. 113, so 127 plus 49. Hiram's just gonna stand there. What just happened?
MR1300, is your weapon enhanced?
All of ours are enhanced. To answer the question for everyone.
Yes.
All right. MR1300. I know your weapon's blaster bolts can't be seen, and that makes it a little bit more interesting, but I'll do it this way then. Hiram.
Hey, it could have a weird
I see it
effect.
in the. I see it.
Gas. So it
I
could
do
have
see it
a
in
weird
the.
atmospheric effect.
What is it? The infrared
HUD.
spectrum.
Yeah, so the bolt itself is not visible on the normal spectrum, but you see in the infrared. So yeah, Hiram, I'll use that from now on. Hiram, you watch as the Star Weird turns and red energy coalesces around its left hand as it reaches towards you. You watch its left hand disappear in a flash of light, its right shoulder get blasted apart, and the center of its chest have a gaping hole smashed right in the center of it as it disintegrates into nothing.
Troopers, on me. That's
Yes,
how we do
sir.
it here in Saber Squad. Get up. And I'm going to... critical analysis stop on me, and I'm going to give it in a 5-foot radius around me. So, get close to me.
Yes, sir.
They get a plus
Sir.
7.
Sir! And you see a squadron of 8 troopers on the hillside with an E-Web turret. We'll cover you as best we can, sir. The rest of the squads are still in combat.
Sounds good. Burn, what's your
Hiram.
ETA?
We are punching it. My brain's currently blanked out. Who was that crazy pilot that ran through the hangar again that we've been...
That was Boyle.
Boyle's gonna be our pilot.
All right.
And Byrne will have told him, hey, you get us there faster than the recommended time for what this ship can do at top speed. I will waive any speeding tickets for a month.
So he gives you a simple thumbs up, and he pushes the LAAT to its limit. Hiram and MR1300. For this, in the heat of battle, I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. $25.
That's a persuasion.
That is a persuasion. It's still a pretty good persuasion.
I tell my eyes to witness the
21.
world.
Okay. And MR1300 rolled a 23. So, the DC was 20. You watch as the air vibrates behind the troopers and 2 more Star Weirds appear.
Great.
So let me roll initiative for them.
Over here as soon as Boyle gets us into the fucking wood.
That is a 9 and a natural 1. Your initiatives stand, and we're at Hiram's turn now.
Hiram puts the lightsaber away and takes out long distance relationship,
All right, that's a bonus action.
and we are
Long
going,
distance relationship.
and we're gonna fire at this one right here.
That one right there. Okay, it
Yeah.
raises its clawed arms to strike.
As I go to fire, I smile and I forego that attack, and I tell MR1300 to fire at my target. And guess what he has?
Advantage.
Yes, he does. Go ahead, MR1300, if you want to use your reaction. You have my critical anal assist. It's +7.
Thank you.
So,
Has it attacked yet?
it has not yet. It's about to, but it's your turn, so it hasn't gone yet.
So, MR, what does that mean?
I believe
He has assassination.
I have advantage on any attack roll that. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have something that gives me something, and of course, just to piss me off, I'm not finding it. There's a lot. to
And
read.
again, if you have advantage on the attack roll, so you sneak attack automatically with this.
Yes.
So first off, that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
We're just going to have to accept it. That's alright.
Yep.
Sneak attack. 45. I have a second reaction, my friend. And I'm gonna use long distance relationship. Normally. Sorry, I don't want to. Natural 18.
Alright, so, anywho, I don't even need you to roll damage for that, but you can if you'd like. MR1300, as you watch its left arm raise, this one, you're attacking this one here, you watch its left arm raise. MR1300, you fire around through its palm, all the way through its arm, and out the back of its shoulder. Hiram, you pull out long distance relationship, and you flick it open as you line up a shot just like at the Academy, and pop! Right between its eyes, a singular narrow hole appears right in its forehead, and the creature disintegrates into nothing.
Neat.
However, that is your turn.
Yep.
Unless you want to use your movement.
I do not. I'm sticking around with these troopers. I give them a bonus.
Yeah, this Star Weird lifts its arm, and if you'll give me a moment, because I have to manually roll these, it is going to cast Force Lightning at these troopers. That's a D20 plus 7. That's a 23. That hits. So these guys are going to take...
Force lightning as in the force power? Or shock?
As in the force power.
Okay, that would be a DC dexterity saving throw.
That's right. The Stormtroopers make a dexterity saving throw. Thank you. Let me pull up their thing here. Trooper Squad. Dexterity saving throw. They have a +5. Let's see about this. 14. They fail. The
Okay.
DC is 15.
So as the lightning comes out, the troopers that are around him, I'm assuming, are like covering themselves up as the lightning shoots out. Super powerful, I assume. Hiram stands there among them, and he just kind of looks. Stand up.
Sir?
Stand up.
They
as I watch the
stand
other
up.
ones die.
They stand up. You mean the Stormtroopers next to you?
Yes, and as we watch the other ones get eviscerated by however much damage.
I'm going to have to roll that here. Yeah, you notice with your perception, this Star Weird is directly targeting the troopers. It's not even trying to attack you right now.
Interesting. I get on the comms. MR1300, it seems they have strategy.
You watch as the lightning cuts down 4 of the stormtroopers. And it is going to... Let's see. It is also He's with the guys at the base.
Sounds good.
So, guys, Nox is with you guys at the base. So, the Star Weird is going to stay there for the turn. MR1300, you're up.
James,
And
if
now
you
that
wanted
we're
to
at the
watch.
top of the round... Now that we're at the top of the round, gentlemen, you watch as the ash fades from a squad of stormtroopers over on your southern flank down here, and another Star Weird appears. All right, sword descending. MR1300, you're up.
Alright, I have moved.
It's the
Yeah,
top of the round. The stormtroopers are going to fire at whoever you guys say they will. You both have like kind of a say in this, so discuss out of character who you want them to shoot at.
Hire might give you free reign on that. You have a better strategic mind than I do.
Roger that.
I'll just start cutting down on those Star Weirds.
These stormtroopers get 2 attacks each.
Okay. MR1300, you still have my critical analysis.
There's a lot of Stormies in the way of that, and this one is...
On a technicality,
Scarier.
because this is a topographical map, this one seems to be a little higher than where we're at.
These guys are about 15 feet up. This one is about 10 feet up. It's
So
on a.
you should be
it's
able
on
to
a.
shoot it.
It's on a hillside coming down.
Yeah,
You are far enough away, MR1300, to hit this one easily. They're
I'm in
they're
a
literally
position
floating
where I
above the
can
ground.
shoot both, but this
Yes.
one will likely come down here.
Yes.
So, Night Stinger advantage, yeet. That is a critical hit.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage if you'd like.
We love damage. We love damage.
Where's
That
my
is 76 so far, plus 128. So, over 200 points of damage.
Not bad, kid. All right.
Bad kid.
You pull out your Night Stinger, and you fire a singular shot into this one's head. A little tiny hole burrows itself right in between the eyes, and the head explodes as the rest of it disintegrates into nothing.
Huzzah! As the children would say.
All right.
200
it's this
points
one's
of
turn again.
damage. Gosh, I love this game.
And now it's this one's turn again.
Me too.
Me too. Neat. That is the.
Me
All right.
You skipped 3.
The stormtroopers are Hiram. At the top of the round, stormtroopers get to go. So,
Everybody open fire on that son of a bitch.
all right. D20 plus 5, 4 attacks total. 1 miss. Hit. That is a.
Oh, the
D8.
guys next to me, by the way, get a plus 7.
Oh, so all of those hit. So that's a D8 plus 3 each.
Everybody
1,
sleeps on
2,
Scholar.
3, 4. 10, 21, 28.
Don't play Scholar. It's so boring.
Did people tell you that?
Oh, everybody in the Star Wars D&D server is like, Scholar's boring.
Suck it!
Colors are awesome.
Yeah, just wait until I call in what I want to call in.
It only took you
Scholar
240
is the
billion credits to make
ranger of-
Scholar interesting. So,
Excuse you,
this-
I was cool before, alright?
yeah. All right, Admiral. So, the stormtroopers open fire on this Star Weird, and you notice its strange, glossy skin seems to be absorbing the energy better. It's not really affecting you guys' weapons, but you can tell, Hiram, these things actually physically take less damage from normal weapons. You can tell that just from watching it in battle. As it waves its hand, a sickly green energy coming over its arms. As it's going to... The stormtroopers are going to need to make a con save.
Oh no. That's genuinely terrifying.
That's a 19. They succeed.
Ooh.
So the stormtroopers stand, and you actually watch as 2 of them take their guns and boom, 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 directly into its face as it reaches for them. It distracts it enough, but it doesn't stop it.
Right,
So
right.
they're
That's
going
fair.
to take... Switch to D8s here.
So I have a feeling.
They take 12 points of necrotic damage as you watch one of the troopers who shoots it in the face. One of the two, the Star Weird grabs his rifle and bends it in her hands. She reaches in, grabs his helmet, and her fingers sink into the armor without the plasteel changing shape at all. Her fingers phase through the helmet, and you hear screams as the tearing of flesh happens. She rips off the front of his face through the plasteel of his helmet, and you watch as his life force is absorbed into her body. She recovers 12 hit points.
Ooh, that's gross.
He recovers half the damage dealt if you reduce a creature to 0. So it's 6 hit points.
Gentlemen, don't let that happen to you.
So, all right. Next turn, Hiram, you're up.
Let's see. I'm going to tell my guys to follow me. MR1300, keep a good distance for yourself, and then I'll forego an attack, and I will tell MR1300 to shoot at that one.
All right, MR1300, take your shot.
Murder time. As the great spider dude once said.
I don't know who the hell you're talking about, but okay. Yay, more crits.
All right, I think I get the picture. You watch as the Star Weird physically consumes the flesh of the Stormtrooper's face, running its bloody fingers down its chest as you fire with its hand over the center of its chest, and you physically collapse the fingers into the cavity as it and falls over to the ground and disintegrates.
You see, foregoing that attack was a bonus action. I'm actually dashing.
All right, then.
Follow me, boys.
As you watch this Star Weird disintegrate from fire from these Stormtroopers, basically they're firing up at it as it lightnings down to them. The last Stormtrooper fires a couple of shots, and it disintegrates as the Stormtrooper succumbs to his wounds and falls. This one is gone, but you watch another one materialize. I want you to make a perception check for me. Not about it, just perception check, please.
All right.
Banner did that all the time.
After Hiram comes around the corner and sees all of that, he's going to stop, and he's going to kind of like get behind the corner to kind of take cover, and then he's going to watch peering around. So 31.
All right, you jump onto... There are over 24 Stormtroopers dead right here and over a dozen right there. Those are your own men. And you watch as there are more dead over here. But you also see behind the Star Weird a Stormtrooper grabbing hold of the E-Web turret. His legs are bloody, but his arms are functional as he pulls himself onto one knee and turns as your friend or foe tag lights up with Staff Sergeant Badala on the E-Web, aiming it right at the Star Weird.
MR1300, we've got priority up here. Get up here now.
I've got her, sir!
I'm gonna order him to stand down and to get down.
All right, Hiram, that's your turn. It's the top of the round. You can order the Stormtroopers or Badala to do whatever, but the Stormtroopers can't see the Star Weird from where they are, and you're using your order to make Badala stand down.
What about these Stormtroopers?
They are on a hill, and they are recovering from the attack. You see, yes, they are able to bring the E-Web around if you'd like to order them.
Do it. I think that's a square for, like, its dimensions.
You see the Stormtroopers, you see 3 of them physically pick up the gun and turn it as their gunner gets into position. I always do secondary gunner, wouldn't be boring. Saturating! And you watch as they light up this sector.
Oh, jeez.
It needs to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. It's got a +2 to this.
Yeah, and can I just ask the question? We challenged Bo to go as fast as possible. How quick is he gonna get us here?
He'll get you there in the next few minutes. It fails that saving throw. Saturate. You watch as the Star Weird pulls up its arms to shield itself from the insane amount of heavy fire. You feel the of the E-Web turret. It is firing so fast that Hiram, in a couple of seconds, that gun will be non-functional as it just lays into this Star Weird. It's not doing too well.
Okay. I told MR1300 to get to me, but that's all I got.
All right, MR1300, it's still your turn. It's the top of the order. Glad to hear it, Bistro. Moving on. MR1300, still your turn.
I'm moving up here. I'm guessing I'm not in range of. Actually, if
You're not in visual range of the Star Weird, no.
I was
There's a
here.
cliff in your way.
I was here. If I were to move here, would I be able?
Yes, you are in visual range easily.
That is a
Wow,
square. I am so sorry about that.
That green cancer right there just hurt my eyes.
Vern, you should use that for radiation.
DM, I cast Flashbang DM. Ah!
Yeah, exactly. Whatever MR1300 does, I will spend a reaction to fire long-distance relationship as well.
MR1300, take your shot.
Do I still get the advantage? I'm not sure how long that lasts.
Yes, that lasts until I say so.
28 hits.
Plus 7.
All right.
35 hits.
I critted.
No, sorry, wrong one. Use one below.
And then I crit as well. So 30,
All right.
47.
Oh, where'd my
61.
damage go for the next
Yeah, your damage to the rifle didn't roll. Yeah, there you go.
61 plus 35 plus 16.
Okay. So, MR1300, you and Hiram pull out your rifles, and you both, MR1300, you shoot out the right knee. Hiram, you shoot out the left knee. MR1300, you shoot out the hips. Hiram, you shoot the neck. And the thing falls apart in multiple ashen pieces.
I love when
As-
that comes together.
Hiram, you watch as Bodala, still holding onto the gun, looks at you, lets go, and rolls onto his back, and you watch as his fingers grip a stim, and he slams it into the side of his shattered leg armor.
Oh, there we go. Badala, you don't have to respond. Just stay on the ground. You done well.
Thank you, sir. To the south, another squadron's cut off.
MR1300, you heard that?
Yes, sir. Comms are open.
Hiram, I will need both of you to make a technology check. Just make it for free to see if you can clean up the comms enough to get in line with that squad.
27.
Like, basically patch them in. Okay, MR1300?
Hold on. Let me check. I might have Grand Mastery. I'm disappointed. I do not have Grand Mastery. Oh well. Is that still advantage, or is it just on attacks?
No, just on attacks.
Okay.
So you patch in, and you hear, "Too many of them! How are we going to hold back now?" As, Hiram, you get helmet cam, there are 3 of them surrounding a singular squad of stormtroopers.
Man, you're gonna hate this.
I'm
Nowhere
your DM, I
station.
don't hate it.
Nowhere station. Do you read me?
Yes, sir.
I have. I'm going to ping them the location of those troopers and the 3 Star Weirds.
Firing solution, sir.
Yeah.
Rockets away.
Danger
As
close.
you fire, you watch the Star Weirds close in on the troopers and eviscerate them in a matter of seconds. The stormtroopers are gone.
Overall, it would have been 800 points of damage.
So, you see, as the stormtroopers are killed, one of their helmet cams is still working. As the Star Weirds crouch over their bodies and begin to consume them, you watch as the proton rockets just jet in and leave massive smoking craters. There's no evidence that there was anything here.
Nowhere station.
Give it a button, Dada.
Exactly. Nowhere station. Regroup and tell the Star Destroyers to get ready.
Yes, sir. Moving Nowhere Station into position now. All troops fire for effect.
Burn, I hope you get here quick. You're missing out on all the fun.
Boat is currently pushing her spines into the back of the ship. Fucking Christ.
200 meters out from location. Doors open. Go, 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 go! Gentlemen, put yourselves on the battle map right here.
We're here, finally.
Where?
I'm guessing we're getting the deploy packs.
Yes,
Yes.
you guys have M-Spec reentry packs. Get in there.
Oh, please tell me fucking Caught does the superhero landing and there's a fucking cloud.
Pretty much. Cotton vote Sean.
Fucking do it.
Cotton vote Sean. You look at vote Sean. She looks to her left at you and smiles and pecks you on the cheek. First one down is a rotten Kinrath. And she, like, Hail Marys out of the actual ship and just rockets downwards without a pack. And you hear Boyle, you see Boyle look back. Was she wearing a parachute?
We don't need one. Jumping out.
And you whoosh. No, she
Brother.
wasn't.
He's gonna. Tabitha's gone. Boyle, brother, your speeding
Alright.
ticket's revoked.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you back at base. And you, Halo, jump out of the you jump out of the LAAT and you land. Caught.
And then I'm gonna do
He's
this.
gonna call Lighthouse, the people,
So-
the ship
To
with
20.
captain in it, getting
Caught.
his nuts slapped
Yeah.
for effect.
I want you and I want you and Vote Sean. I want you and Vote Sean to make strength checks.
Alright.
Adrenaline.
Also, Cod has a 20 total. Because
Are we rolling initiative now?
No,
Yeah.
I just want for now, Cod and MR1300 to make
Strength
strength
throw
checks.
or just
Strength
a
checks.
check.
Yeah, you guys can stop rolling initiative. We're good.
Yeah. Well, rolling that so that I don't have to do it later.
That's nat 20 for
I got-
Vote Sean, 15 for Cod.
I've got to roll mine.
No, you don't.
Don't.
You're all good. So, I will say, Cot and Vote Sean, you both land and see the ground between the both of you begin to shimmer. She looks at you and gives you a wink. As the Star Warrior materializes, MR1300, you take your fist and you punch through the thing's stomach, ripping part of its spine out as Vodshan reaches up, grabs its head by the neck, and rip the whole spine with the skull attached to it off as it took one glance at the world and it was murdered. So that Star Weird's dead. So, MR1300 and Hiram, you guys are still on the field. Nox drops down, and
Flies.
he immediately... Oh, flies down, sorry. And he seems to run on the air as he lands. Ice, you land next to him with your rifle raised. Bistro, do you land with your lightsaber out?
Sure.
Okay, you drop and ignite your lightsaber, and you feel the death on the field and the darkness as you hear the sounds and screams of battle around you. But you feel that the worst is over, even now that you've arrived.
Saber Squad, good to have you here.
Lighthouse just passed by.
Sounds
They should
good.
be drawing away most of them.
No.
Lighthouse is the...
Lighthouse, I get on the comm. Lighthouse, come to me.
Captain.
Lighthouse inbound towards the lamp, sir.
Captain, I had the medic on that ship slap the captain in the nuts for effect. He's gonna be a fucking lighthouse for sure.
Good.
Bring him here.
I want them all here. Every Stormtrooper squad, I want you all to form up on Saber Squad's position. I'm going to help Adala back to me.
All right. So you You walk over to Badala, and he lays there, and he is breathing hard. Admiral?
And Huttese, Sergeant, you ready to go home?
The staff sergeant is ready, sir.
You'll always be my little sergeant. Get up.
Ah,
I'm
yes,
going
sir.
to hit him with this right here. He's going to get +7. He's going to get 10 points of HP back.
Yes, sir. As he gets up and you hold him by the shoulders. I assume you help him.
Oh, of course. I help him back. And I'm speaking in Huttese the whole way back.
You see these stormtroopers walk up behind you, more than a dozen of them. And you see Badala kind of, jerk his head back over his shoulder. Squad 2-5, they had the most success, sir.
Oh, good. Grab that E-Web. I want you to set it up on this location, and I'll ping where I want them to put it.
I don't see it. Oh, over there? Yes, sir. And you see, that's actually the road that leads back to the temple. So, I'll put the stormtroopers there.
I'm going to bring him back to Saber Squad.
By the way, this is the temple entrance, if you guys didn't know.
I want the E-Web on this ledge here.
That's a cliff wall, Hiram.
Well, wherever the stormtroopers are right now, that's where I want the E-Web pointing.
Yeah, they'll be watching this choke point here.
No, I want them watching this. We as Saber Squad have
that's a cliff.
A cliff to this area?
Yeah, they can't see through here. That's a solid rock wall.
Oh, it goes up. I see. Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry. Anywhere you see these little, gobstopper, jawbreaker lines, that means it's a cliff.
Right. That's, again, topographical map would indicate that this either goes up or down. I need to know which one goes up or down.
Yeah, this goes, all of this, it goes up. This is a sheer rock wall.
So this is an entrance to a...
this is the temple entrance right here.
This is enclosed. Okay, sounds good.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So and they'll be watching that entrance with the E-Web. I'll say the rest of the stormtroopers kind of gather inside that area because, again, their orders are to hold the temple.
Badala will get on the shuttle that's carrying the lighthouse, and we will set the lighthouse up here. Here.
So you're going to have the transport right there?
I'm going to have the transport drop the good old captain off, and we're going to put the captain right here. And the shuttle is going to take Badala back, and I assume command.
You see Badala get on the transport, and you hear, as you watch a squadron of TIE fighters streak overhead, you hear the crewman, the male crewman who tried to cover for his friend with the illegal heart implant. You hear his voice call over the comms. Sir, you'll be happy to report that your TIE fighter squadrons, which you've trained to excellent effect, have downed more than 16 of these creatures today.
So we're fighting an entire army of these things, and for what? And I look to Bistro.
Well, we're fighting them not only for the temple and the technology, but also the data that we can collect on their bodies. A certain other admiral was very insistent that we stay here and guard it at all costs. I don't know.
Admiral, he's just an idiot, but he's an idiot who knows his shit.
Well, Rook, what was the line that he told me to say?
Tell the Nexu that the Rancor bites.
He said something of the lines of, tell the Nexu that the Rancor bites.
The Nexu waits for every nibble, but every single opportunity we have right now isn't at our allies. Right now, we need to prepare ourselves for an oncoming assault. Wave 1 might be commencing.
Hiram.
I'll say Burns gonna ping the forces in the area, get a sit rep of who's alive and who's not.
You, Burn, get a very quick tactical report. The grand majority of the attack came in this area. The troopers that were stationed around the temple gave what fire support they could. Initial estimates read over 60 Star Weirds attempted to attack this location. This area was where they were primarily concentrated. Also, the troopers get strange readings off of these, as if these Star Weirds are enhanced by some sort of unknown technology.
Wonderful.
Admiral,
Let's get one of the walkers at least sitting atop that temple.
And
Good.
based on my inferences, based on the way that these star wheels work, they've come here because of the machine that we set off that allowed us to pinpoint the locations of those Jedi. They saw it as a source of force, and they've come here to, well, consume it.
Oh, so the books were correct. Then here's what we're going to do. I need 2 troopers, as I yell out.
You see 2 of them immediately step up. Sir.
Go inside that temple. Go to the left, and then make another left. And I need you to stick your arms inside of a device. His Majesty calls for it.
Yes, sir. You watch as both of them disappear for a few minutes.
Oh, Rook.
And go ahead.
This is our Maw Hammer, I'm hoping, is what Hiram is thinking.
Yes. So, I was confused for a second. But I will say you watch both of their life signs flicker out after a moment. But nobody else is in the temple right now, so you can't see what sort of reading they got. But you do, Bistro, you feel a disturbance in the Force, as you did when you used the machine. You feel the ripple effects of the machine. And considering that the good captain is currently strapped down here, in fact, I think...
Did you not make a token for him for yet?
I did have a token. I think it's just in my images. I think I don't have a sheet. It's just in the token. There it is.
You can still place it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm doing it right now. Give me 1 sec.
Oh God, he's huge.
I know.
He's hot.
His ego he's blown up to his ego size. Oh no.
So you see Kandor fidget and jerk. Admiral, you're supposed to be an intelligent man. You should already know by the actions of them here that it attracts them, that anything might and anything will.
Sure. But they'll probably consume the most powerful of the Force users here, and it's not my cat, and it's not my Inquisitor.
Hey.
You wish to destroy both myself and him. I did not expect such a play from you, Admiral. You've moved your bishop well, but my knight stands ready to capture. Release me from these bonds and purge the poison from my mind, and I will allow you to study one of these things before it destroys itself.
No, see, my bishop and your knight have nothing to do with this. I'm hoping for a rook to be the problem. All right, everyone, get ready.
Wait, does Burn hear I'm looking for a rook?
I said it pretty loud.
Yeah.
Burn's just gonna... we had a trooper. The trooper Rook is one of the first casualties, sir.
Oh, no. See, I'm playing a different board game. Everybody get into position. Oh, Ice, I think Nox wishes to stay with you.
I could use the company.
You see Nox nuzzles up against you. Ice, he's more than twice your size.
Ice would pet him a little bit.
You see Kandor struggle against the bonds a little bit. You're going to leave your friend to die, Admiral. Is that truly what you want, even if there is some small hope of saving him?
Lighthouse muzzle.
And you watch as a light fixture appears over his mouth and straps his head to the table.
Thank you. Really hate that dude's voice.
Don't worry.
Malbus.
Everybody prep. This is about to be a long, arduous battle.
You watch as the atmosphere around him wavers in all 4 spots around him. All these space literally surrounding him. The air wavers as if it's on fire. And you see smaller rifts in hyperspace open. And you watch as the hands reach out through the rifts, claws extended, and stop. As they simply sit there for a second. I need everyone in the party to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does this have to do with the Force?
Yeah.
It is a shockwave through the Force itself, yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm gonna guess Bip doesn't need to make that save.
Bip does not.
So does that mean MR1300 does not?
MR1300 does not, no.
Yeah, Bip is on my head, and he's just gonna be keeping this on
What's
me at
the
all
save again?
times.
Nice.
Wisdom.
With the lat. With
The
the
perks of
cause
being
or
kind.
Saving throws are
damage,
normal,
bro.
right? For me?
D6.
Rook, saving throws are normal,
Well,
right?
Yeah, saving throws are normal.
I'm gonna use a thingy, and I'm gonna roll that again.
So I gain a
Would-
1.
And I'll also do.
plus-
Would this be avoiding force damage, Rook?
This would be avoiding fear.
I have a 10.
Okay, I have advantage on it then, anyways.
I'm gonna add a. Hold on.
You know what?
Oh no, that's fucking Bip's. Fucking sheet. I clicked that on fuck.
There.
And we have the same fucking wisdom.
And
It doesn't matter. We have the exact same fucking wisdom.
where was it? It was this.
God, that sucks.
Same amount of wisdom as a
okay.
machine.
Wisdom.
Alright,
20.
Bip is an engineer, just like
And
Bird.
then I'm going to be doing this.
Machine. I see you're balling.
So,
Curry!
They call me Stephen Curry.
Every time I wake up, I hate myself.
Alright, so, Cot rolled a 15. That's a fail. Burn rolled a 9. That's a fail.
A 9 plus 1. That's a 10.
That's a fail. Ice,
I have a 19.
You rolled a 19. Okay, so those are the only... Bo, you rolled a what?
A 30.
A 30. Yeah, so we're going to say Cot and Burn, because you're the only two to fail this. First off, everybody, you hear as the rifts suddenly open and then shut. Like, they rip open and shut. You hear piercing through the air a scream. It echoes through your skulls as Cot and Burn, your consciousnesses are dragged into the nether realm of the Force, into a realm you have never seen before, as you hear the screaming thousands of an army. And beyond it all, you hear another ethereal voice calling out into the darkness. You cannot distinguish the words, and yet they terrify you. I need both of you to make another wisdom saving throw
against what?
against fear, not the force power.
Oh, I still advantage. Fuck
but-
you!
Bip
You
is-
fucking kidding me?
As I said, can I still benefit from Bip's temporary boost? 'Cause he's
Temporary boost
constantly-
doesn't do wisdom save. Doesn't do saves.
Okay. Well, wisdom save. Here we go.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a failure. So, gentlemen, from
Please,
beyond
maybe a mega madness
From-
roll. Oh no.
from beyond the nether realm of the Force, from beyond time itself, you hear the groaning cry of something older and fouler than you have ever felt from beyond the galactic rim. It is not a singular creature. It is not a singular being. It is a force of inexorable will, and it screams in your mind above and drowning out the star weirds. Your minds are thrown into flashes of blue and green and red and orange. And you are both wrenched back to the real world.
I was going to be breathing heavily.
Burn's gonna fall to his knees because I'm going to make a intelligence check for Burn just to what he thinks. Oh fuck.
What
His
Burn
thought-
thinks, he cannot rationalize what he just saw. So, Cot and Burn, out of character, you gentlemen may have thought, hey, what can he do to not get at you, not punish you, but like, hey, what can he do to like,
Guess.
guess what
Out
you
of
may,
character.
out of character.
This is either the Nids have popped into this universe or it's fucking Haster.
It's neither of those things. It's my own personal makeup. But anyway, you guys were gonna ask. You guys maybe asked us, hey, what kooky stuff is he gonna come up with to sort of kind of balance the game out? Burn and Cot, from now on, you failed both saving throws spectacularly. So from now on, whenever you take a long rest, I'll need a wisdom saving throw. If you fail that wisdom saving throw, the effects of the long rest, the time is taken, the effects do not apply.
For how
Love
long?
it. Probably until you pass, bud.
Oh, all right.
There are many
That's what
definitions
we
to
call
pass.
PTSD.
Yeah, you guys won't be able to sleep soundly anymore until an indiscriminate amount of time has passed. So, you both are wrenched back to the real world. Caught, you are breathing hard. Burn, you rip your helmet off and start vomiting.
Wonderful. What did you find, Candor? And I'll take the muzzle off.
Something new. I don't understand it, but these things, thanks to your tranquilizer, I was forced to look it in the eyes, and I, being dead and alive, was spared. But it is coming. It hungers, and the Star Weirds serve it not by choice, but by fear.
Alice? No.
No.
Burn's just good mid-thing. There's more than thousands.
They are waiting for the walls to be weakened, waiting for the calls that we in the galaxy make, for they are not able to pierce the veil, but the creature can hone in on the Force and can sense it and feel it and consume it.
Does this sound familiar to me?
This sounds like nothing you've ever even heard of.
I don't know what this is. What I do know is that you will go before the Emperor and tell him everything you saw.
Gladly. I believe I've earned an audience with His Majesty by now.
Shh. No. See, you don't earn an audience. I think you're worthy. I want you to remember this. You speak to the Emperor's blade.
I felt it, I saw it with my eyes of all-seeing foresight. It was a good strike, Hiram.
It was. Burn, Caught. What the hell were you doing?
Lord Sean is holding
Caught
you,
me.
Caught.
Guard, sir.
Just so much noise.
Burn's gonna look at Caught. Not just one.
It was all countless.
Like locusts.
So they're trying to pierce a veil. Fine. We have multiple things to do. And one of those things will be Jedi hunting. But we will keep an eye on this. Ice.
Hiram.
Take the remainder of the stormtroopers, check the area, see what you can find. Take Nox with you. Bistro,
Yes,
say the word and I will make you the second sister.
how exactly do you plan on doing that?
By letting go of one friend.
I see.
Can we get the device out of the temple? Or do we need to keep it here and have the Inquisitorius set up a base of operations so they can use it?
You, Hiram, look up into the sky at the sounds of an approaching shuttle, a Lambda-class shuttle. As it lands in this part of the clearing, and you watch the fifth brother step out and smile at you.
So you decided to join us.
After all the work was done, a proper leader allows his tools to do the work for him, but a true leader does the work with his men. I see you are a truer leader than I am, and yet not a proper one. And he smiles. I have already ordered our acolytes to approach the planet. The device will be yours, Admiral, at your disposal, for tracking the traitorous Jedi. And he bows to you.
You mean it'll be for His Majesty's disposal?
Of course, Admiral.
I still choose Solba over you.
That stupid little Nogri. He's quite interesting, you know.
He looks around. Alright, fifth brother. Since it is very easy for me to recognize rank, you'll stay here on Duxon until His Majesty calls for you to go somewhere else.
By your leave, Admiral, the acolytes shall join me, and at your request, we shall begin the ritual.
What race is this guy?
The fifth brother is...
Ugly.
Yes, he is. I believe he is... He's from Artemisium. He is... What race is he? I don't care what his gender is. He is from Artemisium. I don't think he has a race.
We'll give him one, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess he's an Artemisian.
Yeah, so I'll hold on. Artemisium. Yeah, that's literally it. It just has the planet. It doesn't have his race.
Okay.
There's barely any... There's like a one paragraph about Artemisium. And it's that he's from there.
Okay. Interesting. Well, whatever you are... MR1300, no, put your rifle down.
Artemisium is his race.
You're going to stay here until His Majesty calls for you. Maybe clean up the place. Saber Squad, we're gonna head out of here. We need to have a discussion on the ship.
Yes, Captain.
Nowhere fleet. Prepare for hyperspace jump to Alderaan. No? You know what? Better yet, prepare hyperspace jump to Mimban.
Captain, before we go, can I attempt to pull data from the machine?
Burn,
The
you look like shit.
one that kept the creature alive.
Burn, you look like shit. You need to see a medical
Uh,
boy. You weren't
This
even here
is
that long.
to improve.
Burn, your facility is still intact, and quite a few people will be here. My orders is no.
All right.
And Hiram will get aboard the shuttle, walking past the ZZZ person, and get ready to head back to the Cutlass and have them await for my orders to jump to hyperspace.
So as everybody steps aboard the shuttle, I assume the captain comes with you.
He does.
All right. You cart him on, and you smell cigarette smoke at the back of the transport ship. And you roll your eyes and turn as you see Reek standing in the back. Admiral.
You are smoking cheap-ass cigars, and I take it out of his mouth and I give him one of mine.
Huh. I didn't know the rank and file were allowed to have such niceties. Oh, wait. You're one of them highfalutin Admiralty types.
Admiralty types, whatever you want to call it. Ice, light him up, as I prepare to sit in my chair.
Ice kind of pulls out his gun. Wait, you mean the other, don't you?
Yes, I mean the cigar.
Ice holsters the gun.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So light him up.
As he lights him up, Bistro, why don't you give Reek a little bit of the information you have?
About what specifically? The Starwoods?
Anything and everything that you might think be useful to the galaxy's best wet worker.
Well, practically speaking, there's basically been a beacon sent out to all Starwoods that we have a plentiful source of food for them here on Duxon. In fact, multiple beacons because we used the machine multiple times. And, well, it's caused a sort of series of attacks here by these creatures.
Interesting. Before you go on with your very excellently told tale, madam, Admiral, I do have orders from the top.
Who's higher than me at this point? He says...
The Emperor. Oh, you're saying in character.
He says just kind of, not incredulously, it's genuinely thinking like, who is higher than me at this point?
Admiral, you beat Darth Vader in a lightsaber duel. I don't think that increased your rank and standing as far as your actual military capabilities are concerned. The Grand Moffs still have direct control over you. Speaking of Grand Moffs, this one came from Tarkin through Gizka for you.
Oh. I mean, yes, I'm still an admiral in the military rank, but continue.
Just because you got all those fancy clearance codes, don't think that you're above nobody else. And he passes on the data pad to you, and they are orders for you to go to Mimban. Honestly, Hiram, you beat me to the punch. So they are orders for you to go to Mimban, and using whatever methods you deem fit, you are to infiltrate the primary base there, disrupt enemy operations, and seal the deal on the Wartord planet. I will offer you guys more information at a briefing next session.
Interesting. Ice, go ahead and look over the information on this, and you figure out what you want us to do. You're going to be in charge of infiltration.
Mimban?
Yeah, it's a muddy planet.
Oh,
Your Mud Brothers, I believe, were here.
One time. I'll look over those.
All right, now say you'll be in charge of the operation on the ground as far as infiltration. Gentlemen, I hope you like stealth missions because you're going on another one. But the basics of the mission are that there has been recent troop activity. The battle has not gone well. They're not going to throw a bunch of men and materiel at the final base, but the final base has some data that the Empire desperately needs, and there are rumors that Jedi have been harbored inside that facility, so they want them alive.
Well, Bistro, look at that.
By the way, Hiram, you said specifically that you sent only the fact that the actual device exists. You did not send a single shred of the data.
Yes, I sent the
Or
data.
you sent it afterwards? Okay. Due to the data you sent them, that intel is confirmed as several Force-sensitive blips popped up on Mimban.
Cot. I look at Cot, see how he's doing.
I was just resting.
Are you okay for a photo shoot?
When?
Once we get back to the ship, we will have Burns' droid take a few photos of us in 16K, and we will send them off to the... Well, the newspapers are going to eat this up that the Empire is now in alliance with Mandalore.
That is fine.
Insight check on you.
Cot's not really. You don't have to roll. Cot's really not hiding anything from you. He is tired, especially with what he saw, but he is willing. But he is prepared to at least shake hands, do whatever you want him to do.
Hiram nods his head. Burn, this is an order. Go to the med bay once we get there.
Yes, sir.
It was a weird situation that we had. But I promise all of you that you will get your appetites wet on Mimban. Do you understand? I'm speaking to all of Saber Squad.
Understood, Admiral.
Aye.
Can't wait.
Fun.
In Mandoa. Cot.
You see him open. He was resting his eyes. You see him open and look at you. Yes, I will be ready.
We only need one Jedi alive.
You see him crack a smile, and then close back his eyes to rest again. And it'll definitely be fun.
I don't think we will see the Star Weirds anytime soon, but that won't be the last time. And with that, we need to be prepared on it. We need to do some research of our own. See where they hit. They hit places that are strong in the Force. Meaning, if we're lucky, a 1 in a million chance maybe less. If 4 or 5 Force users are using their abilities on a planet, it might get their attention. So if we're fighting Force users like Jedi, and we have an Inquisitor and Nox, we may get their attention. So we need to be careful of that. Now, who wishes to hear how I defeated Darth Vader?
What?
Bullshit. Do you have video footage?
Impressive.
Admiral, you're telling a tall tale, right? This was just a simple meeting.
Oh no, his pants were definitely pissed after that.
He stood tall.
You pissed your pants?
I didn't piss my pants. Vader was pretty pissed that I defeated him.
Admiral, are you being genuine?
The underestimation cost Vader an arm.
I'm not. And thank you. We are no longer Saber Squad. We are the Emperor's Blade. We are Saber Squad, but we're more than that. Vader was the enforcer to the Emperor. And even though we are not on record doing anything, I severely hope that people remember who Vader's bane is. Hiram kind of looks around to see everyone's. I'm gonna insight everyone. Hold on. Let me just roll some insights. We're gonna start with Burn. We'll start with Burn. Let's roll an insight.
Left.
29.
Already
Bistro.
Left the moment you
20.
said
You
leave the
gotta roll
room,
with
left.
disadvantage for me.
You're in an LAAT. You can't really leave.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we were on the ship.
21. Bistro. Let's see. Cot 25. MR 1300. You already saw it. Ice 29. Just kind of looking around
Yeah.
to see everyone's expressions.
Burn. Yeah, you're on a multi-hour flight back to the base. We're gonna have the rest of the session right here.
Yeah, Burns just shock, entire shock. He's still processing what he saw.
Hiram kind of nods to that. Bistro.
It's a mixture of confusion, fear, and anger.
Don't worry, sister. The Emperor used him like a cudgel, and his will flowed through the Admiral. It wasn't all your boy Toy's doing, nor his desire to strike Vader down.
Very true. But you and I both know, Sith Lord, no one cares how it happened.
It was masterfully done.
You are a reckless idiot, you know that?
Very much so. But I'm very happy to have all of you around. So, I'm going to get the ship ready as soon as we land. But I hope each and every one of you are taken care of. And I'll go into details once we meet in the conference room, but everyone needs to clean up. I'm glad to see Nowhere Station's targeting system works. And I'm happy all of you are alive.
Oh, I have a question. Rook.
Go ahead.
Who from the original Stormtroopers is still living?
Of the 100, casualty ratings are at 73%.
We still have that one dude who lied for the heart surgery girl.
He was a pilot.
Well, those are the pilots.
Well, yeah, true.
So yeah, none of the fighters were killed because Star Weirds can't exactly target fighters that easily. Not
You
when
know,
in flight.
I was just wondering about the ones that challenged us.
Oh yeah, the ones that there's 27 left, Badala included. And again, that's
We'll restock
100
their numbers
left.
and then go after them.
Yay.
The grand majority of them died.
Hooray for
We'll restock their numbers.
You guys saved Badala by being there. Seriously, Burn. I'll be completely honest. You see how I built the map? I intended that to be sort of a tower of defense, like hold to the last moment. You guys said, "Hey, let's go back to the base," and I'm like, "What?" So thank you for sending reinforcements to the entire temple, because otherwise, Frida Nad and all of his machines would have gone bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would have taken those. Like, I'm sorry, but anyway, you guys saved them. Congratulations. You used the thousands of stormtroopers you have at your disposal now.
It's a shame that Bistro wasn't awake earlier, because Bistro would have gone to the. What the fuck are you doing? That's like priceless technology.
I know, right? I was like, "What are you doing? Where's the lamb sauce?"
Rook, they certainly won't abuse all those fucking stormtroopers they have, right?
Well, they're all human, so what? You got to scan every human in the galaxy?
Well, we could. We could scan the families. There should be families down there. We can scan families.
It's not that precise. It's by race or by midichlorian count.
Race or midichlorian count. That's fair.
So-
I'm going to send one last message from me. If there's
Go
any
for it.
remnants of Star Weirds, I would like the contents of those Star Weirds to be sent to the Cutlass eventually.
Yeah, I'll say you let that order out, and you get reports back from across the planet. First off, you get notes the factory was not hit at all, period. The factory is in lockdown, and they're rapidly sending out transports with reinforcements, supplies, and medical, but they were not attacked a singular time. They didn't even catch a Star Weird within 50 miles of the base.
That tells us a little bit.
Yep. You also know that Saxon is nowhere to be found. However, you do register that several ships of Smiley Boy. You register that several ships of Mandalorian ID signatures escaped the planet on the far side while the fleet was distracted.
So, Saxon's a coward.
Really
Why am I not
was.
surprised?
We have.
Vote, John.
Yes, my love.
Be sure to tell the Mandalorians to capture Saxon and the other two on site.
Capture or kill.
Capture. I want that to be my duty this time.
As Mandalore, it is your duty to put down insolent terrorists.
And I will do it with my own hands.
We shall do it.
Yes,
I love you.
I love you too.
Go ahead.
I also want you to get in contact with the Tongs that you talk to and give them the location of the others. And tell them and pass along the word that the Mandalore calls them the Duxon.
Yes, my lord. It shall be done. This is the way.
This is the way.
And she leans down and kisses you and settles down beside you and is just quietly leaning on your shoulder.
I hate these gross lovey-dovey couples. Now come here and give me a kiss, you big hunk of dump.
Me? Oh, okay.
And Bistro, your strength score is what?
It doesn't. I'm fucking pulling with the force. It doesn't matter.
What's your... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you use force push pull as you guys watch as Hiram just slowly slides across the floor.
You know, I could have just walked to you, honey, and I love things. Reek?
Yes, Admiral.
I hate to tell you this, but you're now kind of on board the Cutlass. You're going to have to join us on Mimban.
Well, if you ever have need of a top-tier assassin that's been augmented and trained from birth to assassinate people, might have some sort of need for me on Mimban. I'm quite the man himself.
There's already me.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that a good old bucket of bolts can't do quite as good a job as I can. Oh, I'm sorry.
Steps up next to him.
Was that classified information?
I'm sorry, I
Say
won't.
that again, meatbag.
Let's calm down, everyone. It's okay.
He said it. I was about to say.
He freaking said it!
He
The first meatbag of the game, and he said it!
God.
Is that what 1300 a droid?
No. See, bucket of bolts is more of like slur.
A very...
The amount of bolts on my armor.
It's a very intentional slur, Inquisitor. Don't you mind your pretty little bald head.
I have been conducting several investigations on him. You tell me right now, Bo, Hiram.
Straight up, we cut to a physical table. Bo, tell me
Hold on. She says Bo, and then Bo sitting with like Nora playing cards. Something happened.
I'm not sure what you mean, Bo. Now play your turn.
Let's go.
Hiram, you tell me right now.
Go fish.
Fish, this is fucking.
You guys see Wilden snap up from sleep. Something's wrong.
Practice is like, calm down, Dick.
It's just a storm Wilden. Sit down.
I can't believe I'm still alive at this point in time.
Meta jokes on meta jokes. Anyway, you see Reek smile and take a puff of his cigar. I love having classified clearance in a room full of people who don't. Hey, Hiram, if I were to lose this clearance somehow, what do you think the government would say to me keeping several of these boxes in a resort down in a nice little spit of land close to the ocean? You think they'd indict me on 78 counts of holding classified intel as a private citizen?
Technically, you had the clearance, so you could keep it. But if somebody wished to indict you, they could.
Well,
Oh,
that's
just some
quite beautiful. Now, my beautiful bimbo bistro, I do declare that I'm not able to reveal that information at this time. You say you're conducting several investigations into this here man, then you can continue your investigations as much as you may please. And he takes another puff of the cigar.
Did he just call her a bimbo?
Oh, yeah, absolutely he did.
Reek, shut up.
Admiral
Why?
Hiram Versen, you tell me right now.
Young man, you tell me right now.
When does the ship get to the hangar? But yes, as Hiram kind of sits there.
Another 2 minutes, sir.
All right, I got 2 minutes to do this. When Saber Squad was constructed, what was actually ended up being a plan of attack and action, the military research department wanted to put together a group of people to not only observe weaponry that is used in the field, but observe weaponry that was classified on the CIS. We've done both of those things, and the person who was able to do it was MR-1300. His name is literally Military Research Unit 1300. He's a unit because he's absolutely, look at him. And while we stand here aboard this LAAT, you have MR-1300 who doesn't only just look into the patterns of weaponry of the enemy, but he looks into the enhanced weaponry that we have here. Bucket of Bolts is literally because he puts together weapons, he takes apart weapons, he looks at weapons, he looks at buckets of bolts for so long. He is so artistically tuned to weaponry that is an insult to these type of kids, because when he was born on Korlag, he had nothing to do but play with his parents' tools, and those tools were bolts, and those bolts killed his parents in an explosion that happened because the CIS had a terrorist attack. He was taken into custody by the Republic Intelligence. I have his file on record. His name is Drax Morgan. So Drax Morgan lost his parents, is now a bucket of bolts looking at guns, and we have nothing to thank for it except the Emperor for giving him a holy matrimony of work.
Vice looks towards MR. Is that what we're calling you now?
That is a very
Don't you fucking call me Drax.
long and detailed story.
It's sensitive for him.
I'm going to make an insight check, and I roll.
Make a deception check.
I have Grand Mastery.
Hiram, do you have advantage on perception checks?
Perception?
Sorry, deception.
No.
So you make a normal deception check.
I do. I make a normal deception check.
Please roll another nat 20. Please.
Yeah,
please.
Right. I'm going to give myself... Hold on. Before I roll... Oh, it's a 25. There's no way I'm beating this. He's giving me... Oh, he does know that. Okay, so he's giving me Defiant.
Yeah, I know.
I'm giving myself a D10 and a +7, so let me roll a D10 real quick. Chimney Christmas.
I was about to say, why would Burn give him a buff, but Burn knows?
Burn
so
knows.
+12.
Can I also give myself guidance?
Plus a D4.
Yes.
Okay,
so,
cool. I'm gonna...
13, so 12.
That is...
It's a D8 for you.
D8, yeah. Let me just...
So, 7, 12, 13.
Fuck. 26.
And let's see. Temporary boost. We're going to do that real quick. That's a 1. And...
So 14 plus whatever you roll.
And then Nox is going to give me guidance.
Hey, Bistro! 15 plus whatever. Bistro, roll that D18 and re-roll that insight check.
Oh, baby!
Roll the D18.
You rolled the D18? Oh, yeah, you rolled a 5 and you got insight. Yeah, you just naturally got it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's see. I have a...
plus 15 to whatever 15, you roll. Plus 15 to whatever you roll.
Nox has given me a D8, so I have a plus 17.
1.
Yeah, right. Let's get a net 1. 17, 29
out of 25. Wait, 26. 20. All right. So listen, you've both been in each other's shorts. You know each other very, very well. Bistro, Hiram rarely gets fired up about things this much. You both rolled so incredibly high, I can't really say that either of you failed. However, Hiram, you put everything you had into that lie, and it paid off, as Bistro, regardless of whether or not you believe him, which the story seems pretty believable because of the amount of passion, Hiram has made it very clear that even if that's not the truth, that's the truth he'll take to his grave. So if you, sheer of breaking his mind open through torture, you're not going to get the real story out of him unless he's willing to tell it. So you have no real other choice but to accept that what he said is true, and you have a good reason to believe he's telling the truth.
By all means, dip into my head with the Force, please. Let's go. I have confidence in that.
So, you told me that he spent all of his time working on weapons?
Multiple weapons. Blasters, blaster pistols, vibro weapons.
For how long?
That's blacked out, and I couldn't tell you.
Arriving at Nowhere Station.
Everyone on this squad has their red in their ledger. Some of them need to stay quiet. Unfortunately, Drax doesn't get to have that anymore.
Ice, holding back a laugh, goes, "Sorry about this, Drax."
I take my hand.
How hard do you
I grab his helmet by the fucking face. Try to toss him to the fucking ground.
I need you to make a strength check, and Ice, I need you to make an athletics check.
Let's see.
Actually, wait, it's a strength saving throw. Make a strength saving throw against his strength check.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, MR1300, if you put those Mandalorian gloves on.
It's a saving throw, so I can add a D10.
Yes, I do have those.
Your strength, do you have them on?
Of course I have them. Oh.
Your strength is automatically a 21.
Motherfucker.
So
I'm
that's
considering
a +5, so he would actually have 23.
My question is, if he rolled without the proper modifiers, he gets to re-roll.
Oh, he gets to re-roll. No, he has to re-roll. We always have to re-roll, so...
Yeah, Rock. So, while wearing these gloves, your strength becomes a 21. If your strength is equal to or greater than 21...
24, fuck me.
So
I'd like to use something.
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. Indomitable. I'll take a chance. Whether this ends up worse or better, we'll see. Oh, thank God.
Oh, what is that total?
That's a 26, and then...
Versus a...
24.
So, both of you, MR1300, you reach out with your hand and grab the front of his helmet. Ice, you knock his arm to the side, and both your helmets meet as you just stare into each other's souls, pushing back and forth.
Oh, okay. Gentlemen.
One of them
Stand
doesn't
down.
have a soul.
MR1300, RC6487, stand down.
I stands down. Come on, just a bit of fun.
MR1300
Don't call me Drax.
MR1300 will be referred to as MR1300. You know a little bit about him. That doesn't mean you get to use those terms. He wishes to be called MR1300. You will address him as that. That is an order. Are we understood?
Copy that, sir. Also, you can tell that Ice knows you're bullshitting.
Yes, and I had to keep up with the bullshitting to make it believable.
I know, that's why Ice is having so much fun with this.
That's good. I love it.
Because he knows we're all
We're just having
bullshitting.
a breakdown.
Burn
Yeah,
and Cod
very
are
burn.
sitting in the corner, terrified
Yeah.
by the existential crisis that is the Star
Be-
Wars.
Us
Bistro's
fucking
like-
around, the
Face of
two
an
guys
elder
depressed in the
god,
corner.
And we're fuck.
Bistro is literally like, is it a man? Is it a droid? Who knows?
Is he a man or a woman? Literally, no one will tell me.
I mean, Bistro, Burn is currently in a very weakened mental state.
Everybody, when we get back to the to Nowhere Station and we jump to Mimban, I want everybody to take their time to relax. I want everybody to just go with the flow. It's going to be some time, a few hours here and there. I'm going to recall the Cutlass to Nowhere Station, so we're all flying together. But we survived. We're all here, we're all healthy. And I'd like to point out that whether you're from Korlag or Camino, we serve the Emperor. So, whether it was me or His Majesty, His will still stands. So who's with me?
Ice will
Sir.
raise a fist
Where we
to
go.
the Empire.
For the
We
Empire.
bring murder. And I love murder.
Cot and Burn. This is a small shuttle, correct?
It is.
I'm going to give them inspiration. You
Give
know-
them inspiration dice or inspiration.
No. I'm going to give them inspiration specifically towards fear. They have advantage on their next roll against fear.
How are you able to do? Oh, like it's his ability. Post it
Yeah.
for me.
I gotcha. Let me find it.
Caught. Burn.
Can you instead give me a dice roll because I already have advantage?
Oh, you do have it. You can get the +7 if you want. I can just give you
I'll
that.
get give me +7.
Okay,
I'll
give you
take
the plus.
that.
You know what? I'm just gonna. I don't have it on hand, Rook. So to make it,
That's
easy,
all right.
I'm just gonna give him +7.
So, gentlemen, as all of you dock back on the Cutlass, after weeks in the forest, in the jungle, fighting through Mandalorians, trekking through ancient temples, and finally coming face to face with one of the great horrors of the galaxy, you see Vinzel smile as he pulls up a cart full of your favorite goodies. You see Lance flash aboard the bridge, welcoming you home. And you see the nose of the Cutlass turn as Nowhere Station and Saber Squad rides towards Mimban and the end of the Clone Wars.